Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the evil that men do. Father God, I pray and ask that you help me to have mercy on others the same way I would want you to have mercy on me. Father God, I also ask that you help me to be quick to forgive and slow to get angry. Amen, amen, amen. These young dudes out here don't respect shit until you put the barrel in their ear and let the text spit. I just might catch a case on my next hit, remove their whole face on some special effect shit. So show respect, Drake, or I'ma have a flashback. Digging through the dresser like, fuck it, where my mask at? Then mash back with the anger and damage shit and say fuck everything I learned in anger management. Hop back on some east side Dannon shit and push a nigga's top back when I let the cannon spit. Start planning shit, premeditation. I'm in love with the streets again, rededication. Casket or cremation when I shoot you down. I was built for the smoke like a hookah lounge. I keep big shit that sound like a bazooka sound, and I shoot quicker than ain't gotta be a hoop around. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Gun on me, it ain't never for show, homie. I'm far from a bully, but I'm never a hoe. Get out of line, my Beretta will blow. Real talk, we can take the beef wherever we go. I bring it to your front door like I'm Uber Eats. I guarantee you listen up when this Ruger speaks. Plus I maneuver through these streets like a ghost, and I'm handy with the heat. I cook a nigga like a roast. On me, homie, this is not a boast. I will still come through, boy, and stop a nigga's post. Play him close, man, Eric will ease it. Quickly off the waistband, man, and Eric will squeeze it. Leave you niggas laid out dead or paraplegic. Niggas playing in these streets while I'm very strategic. I come to your house dressed like the gas man. Shoot you 9 times, leave you stretched by the trash can. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. I don't put shit on Facebook, I just holler in person. Put the pistol in your mouth while you're hollering and cursing. All that shit you kept rehearsing and put on your live, got your clap with the big 4-5, you bitch nigga. If you tell me to pull up, I'ma do that. That nigga who was whooping first nigga that I shoot at. Ski mask on my face, bystanders be like, who that? I ain't with the talking, bitch, boy, I thought you knew that. Leave his brains where my shoe at and bounce like I'm on a trampoline. Leave you laid out, man, you can't. If you want something sweet, grab a peach of cake. Won't smoke, well fuck it, I'ma let him handle steam. AR with the beam, you see the red dot, we tug on this trigger, nigga. It'll make your head pop. Blood pouring down to your shoes, call it Red Sox. Your brains hanging all over your shoulders like some dreadlocks. Expect the gang of dead off if they ever cross the line. The Lord said in Bible, oh, revenge is mine. So I'm just trying to find a righteous path between the two. Before I lose control and do the shit I used to do. This being humble shit is new. I'm trying to turn the other cheek, but I ain't never been a bitch, so watch your mouth when you speak. Your mercy's seek, so I pray on bended knees. Don't let me get the K with the extended clip and squeeze. Lord, please. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps. Dear God, please don't let me relapse and return to the G-Ride with 3 straps, a ski mask with the case, squeezing keys apps, spraying everything from a nigga's brain to his kneecaps.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. Having technical difficulties out in this piece, man. Ay, ay, ay. I always thought I was going to have to fire my other computer, but so far so good. All right, let's take care of the business, y'all. Brother Eric, man, if you haven't already subscribed to 16 to Life. Well, first of all, let me tell you, good Sunday morning, good Sunday afternoon, wherever you're at. Glad to have you in the building if you're here. But yeah, man, shout out to Brother Eric, man. Always lent us, donate this music to the cause. Appreciate it, man. Go check out his page, 16 to Life, YouTube page, man. Check him out. Got a lot of different stuff going on over there. He's got what has he got over there? He's got animated stories, he's got jokes, he's got music, he's got tales. Brother Eric did 24 years out here in the California penal system. So he's got some stories about being in prison, got some stories about being on the street, man. Man, he's just a good dude, man. And shout out to him, man. If you ever get a chance to do some business with him, go ahead and do some business with him, man. He's a good dude, man. Shout out to Brother Eric. I'm gonna pull him down, man. That's Eric. And I got a special guest back here. I see. All right, right on, man. Right on. Right on. All right. So we're gonna get to him in just a minute. Let's see. What else we gonna talk about today, y'all? Oh, we're gonna read these scriptures, man. I don't know, man. I got Coach John in the back, man. I hope you're not like Rico, man. We gotta put a bulletproof vest on when we're reading these scriptures, man. When Rico's in the house, man, we gotta have a helmet on and we gotta have a flak jacket and a helmet.
Nah, brother, I'm not like that, brother. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Good to see you, man. Glad to have you in the house, man. Glad to have you.
Man, shout out to all the Let's Talk the Better Black Life people and family. And how you doing, man? How you doing, brother Clarence?
I'm doing exceptionally well, brother. Appreciate that. Thank you for asking, man. We just trugging along, man. Here, man, trying to keep everything straight, man. It's been a wild 2 weeks, so we trying to straighten everything back out, put us back on the track, man, of doing what we do, help the people, man, just like y'all do over there on the Dominican route. By the way, if you haven't already subscribed to the Dominican route, man, what is you doing? And get over there and subscribe to the Dominican route. This brother be telling the truth, man. There ain't no passport bro situation, man. He just be telling the truth. Tell you the good about the Dominican Republic, tell you the not so good about the Dominican Republic. But
tonight I'm gonna be on talking about 4 things I love about the Dominican Republic and 4 things I don't like about the Dominican Republic. So that's gonna be fun later on tonight.
Well, what time, John? So people can know.
6. It'll be at 6:30 my time. So it's
Eastern time, or
it's 2:40 here. It's 2:40 p.m. here.
Okay, so you Eastern, yeah. Okay, so it's 6 your time, so that'd be 3 p.m. our time. So hopefully we'll be way out of here by then, man.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah.
All right. But John, first thing we gotta do, man, we gotta check everybody in over here on the side. So let's check everybody in. Shout out to Brother Marcus. Glad to have you in the building, my brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Who else in the building, man? Von Bryant. Von Bryant is in the building, man. Shout out to Von Bryant. Yeah, shout out to Von Bryant, man. I'm telling you, man, there's 2 things you could always use Von for, bro. If you're trying to raise you some money, Von is the perfect person, man. He's gonna make you raise that money, right? And then the next thing is, if you're trying to tape something that's falling apart back together, man, a negotiation or something like that, Von Bryant is a perfect person, man, that'll smooth it out. Now, will it fall apart after that?
Yeah, Von Bryant for president. He needs to be the president.
Man, dude, man. Hey, I'm telling you, if they had an award for the best behind the scenes person, it would be Von, man. Von would get that award, man, right?
That's right.
But shout out to Von, man. Glad to have you in the building, brother. Who else in the building, man? Oh, my sister Annie. Glad to have you in the building, sis. Yeah, man, she kept pushing me about those backpacks, man. So I finally said, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take these backpacks back. The wrong ones that we were supposed to send back in December. But I finally got up enough strength to lift those suckers, man. Because I'm a hard-headed man. I'm a tourist, man. I ain't gonna ask nobody for no help. I'll still walk in there like this, man. You know. I don't need no help, no.
Right, right.
Shout out to Sister Annie. That's okay, Sister Annie. As long as we know you in the house, we good, we good, we good. Who else in the building? Who else in the building? Blackhearted with New Growth Old Soul. If you haven't already subscribed to Blackhearted with New Growth Old Soul, go over there and check him out right away, man. Good brother, man. Good brother, man. Brother New Growth said, don't forget about the best strip clubs. Yeah, that is definitely Von's specialty, man. Shout out to New Growth, man. I gotta reach out to this brother, man. But shout out to him, man. Good dude, man. Good dude. It's like the Dominican route over here, man. We got a lot of good people over here, man. So it's a pleasure.
Yes, man. You guys are growing. You're growing fast too, man. I remember, man. That's good. I'm so happy to be a part of the journey, man.
Man, thank you, brother. We appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. Likewise, man. We want to be over there with you as well, man. So we want to just keep, growing each other's channels, man, as best as we can, man. Especially the good work you doing, the good work we're trying to do over here, man. It's just that's where I'm at, man. I'll make a cat like Rico mad, right? You ain't got the warrior spirit, Clarence. I know, Rico. I know.
I missed y'all the last 3-4 days, man, because my back was hurting real bad. So sorry I couldn't join on. I apologize.
Yeah, it's all right, brother. I just send you a link for when you can. You know what I'm saying? I know that you ain't gonna be able to get.
Right.
You know, yeah. I just send it to you, and if you can, like now, you come on. Maybe you got an hour or so. You come on,
right.
And then if you start feeling not so good, you can just go ahead and say, "Hey, Clarence, I'm out." So anyway, brother, glad to have you. Glad to see your smiling face. You know what we doing today, brother?
What's that, brother?
I don't know. We read some scriptures today, brother.
I love it. I love it, man. Being from Louisiana, I was listening to a rap song because I really don't keep up with the United States stuff now unless I just go on YouTube. But Kevin Gates from Louisiana, from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and
rapper.
T.I. made a song together. One was talking about he was like saying a prayer, and on the same track, one was talking about Christianity, and one was talking about the Muslim religion and praying. So that was kind of cool. I had never seen that before. They were talking their religion. One with a Christianity and one the Muslim religion. So it was cool. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say that.
Yeah, man, and us, see how we do it, bro. It ain't no wrong answers, right? We start reading the scriptures, and then you up here, I'll ask, hey, what'd you think about this?
That's
ain't
right.
no wrong answers, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we just dig in and we just try to find nuggets in there, brother. We just find nuggets. So
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? No wrong answers. Because when I was coming up, man, I was kind of intimidated by the scriptures, and if you don't know them, people be like, how can you not know that, right? But it's like, hey, man, everybody don't know. That's why we here. We gonna talk it over, right? We gonna make it straight. Okay, but before we do that, John, because of Vaughn, once again, Vaughn said, man, what happened to your Sunday show, man? You used to do the Black History Minute, you used to do this, you used to do that. I said, okay. I can't do everything, but I'll do the Black History Minute. I'll do your Black History Minute today.
Cool.
Black History Minute. Have you ever heard of a restaurant called Fuddruckers, man?
I heard of it. Yes, I heard of it. Yes.
Okay. Fuddruckers is owned by a black man named Nicholas Perkins. He bought the Fuddruckers franchise for $18 million. Former Howard University. So we're gonna read about them real quick.
Okay.
And then we're gonna move on to reading our scriptures, man. So
cool.
Thank you, Vaughn Bryant, for forcing me to do this today. All right, man. It says Howard University alum Nicholas Perkins acquires $18 million Fuddruckers franchise. So he acquired the brand, the whole everything, man. All the restaurants, everything. He owns it all, right? Is a black man out of Howard University, right? So we're just gonna read about him, man, a little bit about him, man, so we know. Perkins owned a master of business, respectively, ambassador of science, State University. As stated in his LinkedIn profile, Perkins will make history through the 18.5 million purchase. This already happened, of course, according to Howard University. Let me see. Computer run a little slow, but yeah, black man owns the Fuddrucker franchise, man, the Fuddrucker business. You know what I mean? Like McDonald's, he owns the whole thing, man.
Where's that located, mainly? Where's the franchise mainly?
It's mainly down there in Texas, man. Mainly down in the South. Yeah, they got a couple. You know, they got 100 locations, but you know, he owns them all, man. Let's see. Yeah, he's a only African American to own a franchise, a restaurant chain, a nationwide restaurant chain. A number of Fuddrucker restaurants were previously sold to affiliate, making Perkins one of the largest Fuddrucker franchisees, according to the press release. Perkins, CEO of Black Titan Franchise System, they actually bought the Fuddruckers name. Emerson reported that Luby's is a Houston-based cafeteria chain which planned to liquidate its assets and dissolve it. In agreement with this, Black Titan Franchise LLC system was formed for the sole purpose of owning Fuddruckers. We're excited to be purchasing Fuddruckers, and we look forward to working with Fuddruckers. Many dedicate. Okay, I guess employees. Anyway, highly capable franchisees. To further build this brand. Perkins said, as a Fuddruckers franchisee, I have vested interest in ensuring that all Fuddruckers franchises have the resources, infrastructure, and operational marketing support that they need to maximize their return on investment. The strategic alignment, when combined with the fact that we sell the world's greatest hamburgers, will ensure long-term success of the brand of our franchises. As stated in Perkins Management Services Company website, Perkins is the chairman, president, and CEO of the Washington, D.C.-based company. In addition to Perkins and Robinson Investment Group, Perkins Empire and affiliates are inclusive of retail fast food industry dining services. However, custodial facilities and grounds maintenance were also mentioned as areas of specialty along with subsidiaries. Perkins, who now owns a multi-million-dollar enterprise born and reared in Fayetteville, North Carolina, according to Johnson C. Smith University, he was raised by a single mother and Miss Lawrence W. Perkins, which was his grandmother, who opened his eyes to culinary interests. Johnson C. Smith University reported. The businessman has also provided employment for individuals from underserved communities. My grandmother was a phenomenal cook. She nurtured my passion for the kitchen. I knew that I loved to cook and had a passion for it. But I also wanted to become an entrepreneur, so I merged the two and established Perkins Management Company, Nicholas said. All right, man, that's as far as we're gonna go on this one, man. But
wow, that's cool. That's very interesting.
Yeah. You know, we want to inspire the youngins, man, that, you know, man, it's some tough times sometimes, but, you know, you can still do it. You can still pull it off, man. You know what I mean? If you really want to do something, you can make it happen, right? Yeah. Blackheart Negro said, it used to be my spot before I got off that narcotic, right? Negro is not a vegetarian, but a vegan.
Vegan.
Yeah, okay. Vegan. All right. So, all right, y'all. So this is the moment y'all been waiting for, man. Shout out to thank you, Von Bryant. That little tidbit was sponsored by Von Bryant, man. Yes, okay, so all right, man. We gonna go into. Are you ready, John? Are you ready, brother?
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay, we going into the King James Version, right? Open up your King James Version. Put your mama's will in the back. You know what I'm saying? Because we know black people keep all the important papers in that King James Version, right? To put your mama's will in there. You know what I'm saying?
I got to go get my Bible, so I'm gonna put you on hold because I want to make sure. Right. All right, hold on 1 second.
Ay. We gonna go into it today, y'all. We gonna see what can we find? What we gonna find? We're gonna read Luke, brother Luke 21.
All
Are we
right,
gonna be
I'm
able
ready
to
to
find
rock and roll now.
you ready to rock and roll, brother? All right,
Got it.
so we gonna see what we can find, man. Okay, here we go. This is Luke, brother Luke, one of the disciples, and this is his version of what was going on. Luke 21. Okay, so it starts out. And he looked up and saw the rich man casting their gifts into the treasury. He, being Jesus, and he saw also a certain poor widow casting in thither 2 mites, right? She barely had a couple pennies, right? Threw it in there. And he said, of a truth, I say unto you that this poor widow hath cast in more than they all, right? He said, man, she put in more than you guys. And they looking at him like, hey, no, we put in dollars. We put in paper dollars, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, nah, man, but she put in from her heart. They scratching their heads, right, trying to figure out what you talking about, man. We gave away some serious cash, man. But they did it for the looks.
Mm-hmm.
For the looks.
That's right.
What you say to that, John?
Yeah, you see that a lot. Even with my YouTube channel, I love, you guys know I love kids. And
Yes.
it's a balance that people like these homeless people and these real poor people, they walk up to them and, hey, video me giving this dude $20. Hey man, wake up. Here's the $20. You got to really be careful with that because you got to do it from the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, man. Because most of us, most of the stuff what we've done, really was given from our heart. There ain't no cameras around, right?
That's right.
That little kid, man, that you see he hungry, man, you just go buy him a burger or something. Ain't no cameras right there, right? You just you just doing it, right? You know what I'm saying? Or you give the kid a ride home. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's there. He goes into an empty house or whatever, right? Because I've been a coach too, man. You know what I'm saying? So I know, man, sometimes little kids get left.
And there's a difference. Let me say this. There's a difference between videoing and promoting it so we can raise money compared to walking up to someone and just giving them money and you just trying to show out like you got to be careful with that. That's all. But like you said, picking up people, dropping them off, doing it from the kindness of your heart.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So that's probably how it's gonna get done. And so if you're looking for because if you trying to put it on video, you're trying to show somebody something. But if you're just doing it out of the kindness of your heart, it's coming from the place it's supposed to come from, right?
Right. That's right.
All right, let's get back to Luke, brother. Luke 4. For all these have of their abundance cast in unto the offerings of God, but she hath of penury hath cast in all the living that she had, right? So she she was poor, and she just threw her last something in, right?
Mm-hmm.
Out of her heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And as some spake of the temple, how it was adorned with godly stones and gifts, he said. As for these things which ye behold, the days will come in which there will not be left one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. What's going on, John? John, what's going on, man? What's going on?
Let me get you. I'm gonna get your. I want to say it, but I want to see if you thinking what I'm thinking. Go ahead. Let me hear your perspective of it.
Well, obviously he said, look, man, you coming here because it's a pretty place. I said, but you know what? It ain't always gonna be this way.
Right.
And if you really with the business, then how the temple looks is not gonna really matter.
That's right.
What's gonna be matter is how you how you practice,
how you receive it and practice it. That's it.
Yeah, how you move on with this word. Right. That's what's gonna matter. See, he like, man, the people coming, they're gonna tear this temple apart. That's so right. The Romans and the Jews even may tear this temple apart. So you got to get yourself together.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And practice this thing for real.
Yep.
Like the lady that just threw it in there. She just like whatever, right? What you say, brother? What you say?
No, I'm on the same page with you. I agree. Yeah. It's kind of like, it reminds me of one of my favorite scriptures, 1 Corinthians 6:20. It says, use your body to honor God. So no matter what you have around you, or what how your building is formed, or you worshiping in TD Jakes' place, or you worshiping in a little hole in the wall, use that the correct way, and people know your heart, and it's what you do with it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. We all on the same page.
Yeah.
All right. Shout out to OG Patrice, by the way. Shout out to OG Patrice. Good to have you in the building, sis. Good to have you in the building. All right. Let's see. We're gonna move on. Brother John. Where we at? Let's see.
We are 6.
We at 6?
Chapters. Sure. Yeah. And she's spanked. Oh, okay. I think we're on 5.
7. Yeah, 7.
7. I'm sorry, 7.
No, 7. Okay. Here we go. And they asked him, saying, Master, but when shall these things be? And what sign will there be when these things shall come to pass? Okay. So that's referring to when he was talking about, man, hey, look, y'all worried about how nice the temple looks. The temple, they're going to run through here and ransack all of this. So if you ain't with the business, you gonna just drop this all, right? If you only come in, if you only worship in because you trying to find the nicest temple to worship in, then that's the wrong reason.
You're not no believer. You're not a real believer, right?
Yeah,
right.
And you ain't gonna be able to stand when they come and knock this temple down. What you gonna do then?
Right.
It's got to be in you, right? He said the kingdom of God is within you, right? Kingdom of heaven is within you. So
they pretty much saying like, hey, you're gonna go through these trials and tribulations, but it's easy to praise God when everything's good. But hey, when things going downhill and bad, and hey, what you gonna do?
That's another good way to look at it, brother. I'm glad you said that, because I wasn't even on that page, but you're right. That's another thing to add in there on top of that. All right, brother, let's keep moving. Hey, and he said, take heed that ye not be deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ. And the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. What does that mean, John? What's going on?
And the time draweth near. Go ye, I don't know. I don't. You help me out with that.
All right, I'll help you out, brother. We'll help you out. Okay. So he said, and he said, Jesus said, take heed that ye not be deceived. Okay, let's stop right there.
Okay.
What do you mean don't be deceived? What does that mean? That's pretty clear, right?
Not gonna be fooled, deceived, right?
Yeah, man, don't let nobody fleece you, right? Don't let nobody floss you, right? He said, for many shall come in my name. Many shall come in my name. I'm a Christian. John, I'm a Christian. Okay, all right, brother, you a Christian. And John, you might get invited out to the bar, to the titty bar by Vaughn, right? Vaughn said, come on, man, let's go on down here to the titty bar, man, right? And then you see that same dude that said, hey, I'm a Christian. You see him on the top shelf, throwing ones off and throwing hundreds off the top shelf, right? Hey, man, I thought you was a Christian. I will be in the morning. Right? So he said, be not deceived.
Right.
Be not deceived. So how we not going to be deceived?
Right. But what you show and what you,
But we gotta have this. We gotta be so tight on this information that we can recognize a con game when we see it.
The real from the fake. That's right.
Yeah, because see, the average person, they ain't gonna be able to recognize it. They ain't gonna be able to tell the difference. Any dude saying I'm a Christian and I'm a pastor, I'm gonna do whatever, they gonna go with it, right?
That's right.
For example, Von Bryant is always ordering this miracle water, right? The Peter Popoff miracle water, and that ain't nothing but a ruse, right? Ain't no miracle water. All water is miracle, right? All water is miracle. If it's clean, it comes from from nature, it's miracle, right?
That's right. Amen.
So we gotta know. We gotta know what was the difference. So how we gonna know? The only way we gonna know is if we have this word in us. If we study in this word enough that we can see somebody talking crazy,
That's
right?
right.
Right? Because
That's
many of
right.
these people, how now let me ask you a question, John. Because you come from Texas, and I had a lot of relatives in Texas.
Right.
And one of my uncles used to always say, he used to say, I used to say, man, you guys got snakes out here?
Mhm.
And he said, yeah, we got snakes. He said, but I ain't worried about the snakes with no legs. I'm worried about the snakes with 2 legs. Those are snakes I'm worried about, right? You know, Texas. I'm from California. I'm like, what the hell? That snakes ain't got no legs. You know what I mean? But it took me a while to understand what he's talking about, right?
Right.
But
Right.
my point is we got to know, we got to have this word in us to be able to see what's going on, so that when people come talking crazy, we can know, and we know not to follow them, right? He said, for many shall come in my name saying, I am Christ, right? Uh-oh, that's another level. Now he's putting into another level.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to say, I am Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Now you're going to have some people that's going to be telling you, basically, hey, you need to follow me. I'm the way, I'm the light, right? No,
Mm-hmm.
you not the light. You just the signpost to the light, right?
Right.
All right. So we got to know that when people come and they try to tell us something having to do with the Christ, we got to be able to recognize whether that's genuine or it was good information or it's bad, right?
That's right.
He said, and the time draweth near. He said, okay, so it's coming.
It's getting close. Mm-hmm.
It's getting closer. He said, go ye not therefore after them. So he basically saying, hey man, don't follow these dudes that's, you know, coming out and you could tell that, you know, they deceivers, you know, they're trying to lead you off the track or get whatever they're trying to get out of you, right? Money, whatever, right? They're trying to get out of you, right? Because at this time, right, you go in the temple, you had to pay to get a prayer off, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmama was, you know, my grandmama wasn't doing so good when she passed. You know, can I send a prayer up to her? Yeah, we sent a prayer, man. You know what I'm saying? It's only gonna cost you about $10, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Kick in real quick, and you know, we had you on your way. Right? Remind me of you ever seen the movie Which Way Is Up?
It's a long. That's with Eddie Murphy. I mean, Rich Pryor, right?
Yeah, it was Richard Pryor, right? And Richard Pryor had the line of people.
I've seen it a long time ago. Yeah.
Well, he was the preacher. He had a line of people, right? And the people had to pay for the prayer, right? The dude came up and tried to pray for his feet, and he only had $2. They said, "Okay, here's your $2 back. You want too much for the $2, right?" All right, so this is Jesus telling them, "Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? Don't get tricked.
Right.
Gonna be people coming after me, right?" Because we read in another part of Luke, I think 17 or 18, where he's starting to prep them for the fact that you know, it's going to go down.
Yeah.
It's going to you know, it's going to be like kind of like every man for himself, right? But if you got this word, you'll be able to hold on. Yeah, you're going to get persecuted, but you'll be able to hold on and you'll be able to survive. All right, so we on 9 now, brother. Thank you, Brother John. I appreciate you, man, coming up, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's go to 9. But when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. Right? So he said, hey, man, you're going to hear wars, right? We got the war over in Ukraine. We got all these other little commotions, right? Be not terrified, right? But these things must come to pass, must first come to pass. But the end of that is not yet. It's close, but not yet. Not yet. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, right? And kingdom against kingdom, right? So we see the war over in Ukraine and wars and little scuffles around the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
That he told us that was gonna come, right? It ain't gonna be no kumbaya by the time this thing is all over. It's gonna be a bad scene, right?
Mm-hmm.
And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places,
Mm.
and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Right? Okay, what does that mean?
Man, shoot, signs. You're gonna see some stuff you ain't never seen before.
Exactly, man. Exactly, bro.
And we
It's gonna be
start
so.
we
It's gonna be
seeing
an
it,
ugly situation.
and we seeing it
Right?
too.
It's gonna be an ugly situation. And so, if you see it, you may say, some people do like this. How can there be a God if there's famines? How can there be a God if there's children dying of this or that? How can there be a God? There can't be a God, right? Why would a God let these things happen? So he's saying, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't think these things have to happen, right? These things have to happen. Why would a God spare one child when he's willing to sacrifice his own son, right? I mean, ain't nobody off the table, right? Babies, whatever, right? If God is willing to take his own son and have his son go through all of this pain and horror, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't none of us off the table for making a sacrifice. None of us off the table.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to see it happen, but there's nobody that's off the table, right?
That's right.
You remember the story of Noah?
Yes, I do. Yep. The flood, the flood, the great flood.
The flood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And so he said, hey, once you close that door, don't let anybody else come into this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's right.
And so, people was but then after a while, no, I got this, just take my baby in there with you, right?
Let us in. That's right. Right.
But no, Cain had to leave it alone. They had to leave him, right? And then Noah had a son, right? Son said, hey, man, he said, son, come in this ark. He said, no, my feet will never get wet because I'm going to run to the tallest mountain.
No. Yeah.
Right? And my feet will never get wet. He said, hey, bro. And finally Noah tried to ask God, hey, you think you can put the flood on hold just a little bit? Said, man, check this out, man. You bother me about that boy one more time, I'm going to put you out there with the flood too. Right?
That's right.
But the whole point is, man, and this is what we've been going through in this series of us reading these chapters, is that's the line. Faith. You got to have faith and obedience. Faith and obedience, right? So if you don't have faith and you don't have the obedience, doesn't matter what's going, you're not going to be able to survive. Period.
That's right.
All right, let's get back to it, brother. Let's see. Here we go. 12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to the synagogues and into the prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. What's going on there, John?
They're saying they gonna prosecute you. They gonna talk bad about you. They gonna tear you down. They gonna do all that. Yeah.
Gonna scoop you up.
Mm-hmm. Scoop you up.
Hey, that's John. He was with Clarence and them, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, get him. John gonna be like, I don't know who you talking about. Clarence, I don't know. I ain't never heard of him. What you talking about? I ain't never heard of Vaughn.
Right. That's right. That's right. And that's right. And that's what happened. That's what happened,
man. But we gonna get to it.
I'm sorry. I'm jumping ahead.
No, it's all right. We're not even gonna get there in this chapter, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get to, as we move down the chapters, we're gonna get there. All right, so so they're gonna scoop you up. Mm-hmm. Oh, you say you believe in Jesus? Okay, we're gonna scoop you up. We're gonna they're gonna put their hands on you, they're gonna persecute you, deliver you up to the synagogues, right? And into the prison, right? And have you brought before the kings and rulers, right? Because they're gonna make you an example.
That's right.
Oh,
example.
You don't want to believe our way of doing things? Oh, you want to believe in this dude? Jesus was riding that dusty donkey, right? Oh, okay. Check this out. Off with the head. Pow. right?
Mm-hmm.
or the legs, right? Boom, right? All right. So anyway, let's move forward, man. Let's move on. And it shall turn to and it shall turn to you for a testimony, right? Of course, they're gonna want you to, they're gonna want you to denounce Jesus, right? Settle it therefore in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall answer, right? Hey man, don't even trip. Just tell the truth, right? Just say, hey, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I was with it, and be ready to catch some for it, right?
Right.
For I will give you a mouth of wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist, right? So he said, man, what I put in your mouth, they ain't gonna be able to overcome that,
Yeah.
right? And ye shall be betrayed by both. Okay, okay, John.
Parents.
We were messing around before, man. We were
No,
messing around before. Now we get into the nitty gritty. And ye shall be betrayed. Patrice, I hope you listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
And ye shall be betrayed by both parents and brethren and kinfolks and friends. And some of you shall they cause to be put to death. What you got to say about that, John?
Man, that's deep. That's when you get. That's when
you
you see the real from the real and fake right there.
Right.
That's it.
See, man, you know what? Like you were saying before, and you put it so eloquently, man. It's easy when everything is going good, man. You got lots of friends.
Mm-hmm.
You got lots of friends, man. Everything is everything, right? Because these people, man, you provide something for them, and they provide, and it's all good, right? Everything is good.
That's right.
But you know when you gonna find out when you got friends, brother? When something happens.
Mm-hmm.
When something happens, unplanned issue comes up, right? Now you're gonna see what really people is really about. Are they really with you? Right? Right? Can they forgive you?
Right.
Can they try to encourage you to go to a better place? Or do they mishandle you?
That's right.
See what I'm saying? We gotta see, and I tell a lot of these young cats the same thing. Sometimes you're dealing with people like this, man, and unfortunately, you like these people. Sometimes you love them, right? They said your parents, right? Your brethren. You like these people. You love them. You care about them, man. But they on some bullshit, man. You can't, and they trying to drag you into it, and you got to be like, you know what? Go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? This is what I got to do over here.
That's when that's when they start calling you funny acting, and you think you better than us, and all that.
Right.
Yeah, I just don't want no stress, no drama. Just want to do what I want to do, praise God, and try to uplift other people and be around people like me.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mm-hmm.
I mean, dang, man. You know what I'm saying? When we used to call them, my mother and my father used to call them people fair weather friends, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like they with you when things are good, but then when things kind of slow down, they have a whole nother thing. And you're like, wait a minute. Or when you need them, right? Like when you feeding everybody eating off of you, hey, everything is everything, right? Dr. Dre had the same problem, right? Dr. Dre said, man, I had to look around and say, man, well, do I need all these people around me? What do I need all these people just eating off of me? They ain't doing nothing for me. They not helping my mental sanity. What am I doing? It's like us, brother.
The MC Hammer effect, boy. Shoot,
Right, exactly, right. Everybody eating off you is cool. Then when you hit the skids, you say, "Hey, brother, can you help me out?" Right. I know how your people do, John. I know how your folks do, man.
That's right. I know that's right.
All right, man. Let's keep going. Let's keep rolling. We're doing Luke 21. Luke 21, 17.
Yes.
17.
17.
And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake. Okay, now here's the thing, brother. When you start professing that you have some type of relationship with God, right? That's going to be an issue for a lot of our people, right? Because sometimes our people have been raised, they have been raised in so much wickedness, man, that they just any mention of God or any mention of living a righteous lifestyle, man, they will get upset with you, right? You ever been there? You ever had that happen, man, where somebody just got to, you know what I'm saying? You just coming in with a good spirit and the person is upset with you because you got a good spirit.
That's right. Yeah, they can't stand you. Oh man, I didn't have that happen many a time. Like, man, I don't even know you. I ain't done that.
Right. So, but here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. He's telling us that's gonna happen. Don't be like, when it does happen, don't be looking like, oh man, I can't believe this happened. No, he's telling you right here that is going to happen to you. So don't trip. Don't let go of don't let go of this word. Mm-hmm. Don't let go of your walk, your strive to be a righteous person, right? Because these unrighteous people and some of the quote unquote righteous will try to say, oh, look at you, you fell down. Clarence, you fell down. See, you claiming you this and you claiming you that, and you did this thing over here that is directly in conflict with what you say you about, right? Mm-hmm. And instead of trying to encourage you and say, hey man, okay, you did that, okay, leave that there, repent, let's move on. Let's get the ball rolling again, right?
That's right.
They try to belittle you and shame you.
Oh yeah,
make you feel like you a person.
I bring up your past or your ill fallings, your small the things that 10 years ago you did whenever.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly. And if that was the case, Jesus would have never accepted Peter or Paul, right? They both was wilding out before they came across with Jesus, right? All right, so what?
Where we at, bro?
Oh man, okay, we had I had a phone call. I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the heck? All right, so anyway, let me see.
At 18.
18, there we go, 18. All right, let's see.
But there shall not be an hair of your head perish.
Okay, what does that mean?
That don't worry. Don't just don't worry. God got you. I got you.
But does that mean you ain't gonna perish?
No, he's talking about perish like in the spirit realm. I'm talking about this is deeper. It's deeper than the body. This is just temporary.
Okay.
Right? Am I on the right page, or what you think?
Yeah, man. Yeah. It means, okay, so the hair of your head will perish. That means that just like you're not going to they're not gonna squelch. If you got the faith, mm-hmm. you're gonna be everlasting. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you do this thing right, your name gonna always ring out. You'll always be here.
Well, since we talking about faith, I'm gonna make it a little spicy a little bit, brother. I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna go deep now. You ready for this?
I'll try to hang on, brother. I'll try.
All right. Let's say you get off the airplane and you got your jewelry on, or your whatever you have on, or your cross, or whatever you have to represent God. And
hold on 1 second, brother. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead. So this is what I was gonna ask, Brother Clarence. If you get off the plane and you got your whatever it is, your Christianity stuff on, what would you do? What would you do if you around these people that don't believe in Jesus or don't believe in God? Would you tuck it in? Because these people are. I think, what was that? Chris Tucker has a joke like that, and he gets off the airplane, and he tucks his jewelry in. So these people had machine guns, and they're known for killing people. So and it's a serious question, but I know Chris Tucker made a joke out of it. We talk about faith and everything, but you get off the airplane and you land in a different country. So you there, brother?
Brother C is doing so many different things, man. Let's see.
Yeah. No, so I was.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I was asking. Okay, so I watched the episode with Chris. I actually saw him live. I saw Chris Tucker in live, right?
Uh-huh.
And I was going to ask you the same thing. These people got AK-47s, machine guns when you step off the plane.
Wait a minute. Say it again. Say it again, brother.
So you step in another country. You got your jewelry on, right?
Right.
You represent God. You're a believer. And but these people in another country, they don't believe.
Okay.
So do you tuck your shirt in? You take your shirt off? You tuck your chain in? I mean, this is a serious question. God say also don't be a fool. But like you stepping, you coming from another country, and they don't believe in what you believe in. Do you tuck that in, or do you just have faith and say, hey, I'm gonna be all right?
Okay, so what I would do
now,
it depends on where I'm going. Now, if I know that the whatever I'm wearing is an offense to the people, then I might tuck it in. I probably would tuck it in. That's me. I probably would just tuck it in. I still got it. I still got it on me. I still believe what I believe, but I'm trying to be respectful to their nation, right? Or in their belief system, trying to be respectful to that.
Gotcha.
So that's what I would do.
I got you. And some people are different.
Right. Like some people will feel like, hey, that I'm misrepresenting myself because I really believe this.
I think somebody made a comment. Who made a comment? Somebody made a comment.
Oh, Sister Annie said, I'm never ashamed of who I serve.
See, right? I guess that's different. She's a little different, but I think I would go your route, brother. I would just go ahead and be prepared and have it already. I bring it with me, but I don't want to, disrespect and be no fool. That's me personally.
Right. Yeah. You're in somebody else's country. They can hold you up in customs. They can hold you up for, especially in an Islamic country, man. Oh my God, man. They can hold you indefinitely.
Yeah. So brother, like Brother Negro said, these things are not a represent of God. But I'm not saying they are a representative of God. I'm saying that the people from another country are going to think that it's you representing or you trying to down their religion or whatever it is. So, God is represented in your heart and in your soul. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, if you have some type of paraphernalia that represents God, would you tuck it in? Would you put it away? Would you never wear it? That's my question. So, I know those things are not a representative of God. But I think the Bible spoke against those things. Am I wrong? No, I don't think you're wrong, brother. I just think that that was just a question. A lot of people say faith. Would you roll to another country with some paraphernalia on or some jewelry that that other country don't represent?
I wouldn't go into a corrupt neighborhood with some red rags. You know what I'm saying?
And likewise, I like that analogy.
Likewise, I wouldn't go into the Piru neighborhood, with some flu rags flying, right? Because I would respect the fact that that's what they take seriously. It ain't about what I take seriously; it's what they take seriously. Right. And see, this is what I always tell people, man. It ain't about what you believe; it's what you can enforce, right?
Yeah.
This is what this is because somebody one time was asking me about the Moor. I don't know if you know about the Moor, the sovereign citizens, the Moors, right? These are black people that say we was here before the Caucasian, the colonial Caucasian came here, and so this is our land, and so therefore we're we are just as sovereign as the Native Americans, right? And so they call themselves Native Americans. They're not the Native American with the red skin, they're the Native American with the black skin, right? And they say, I was here, right? But the thing about why they have such a tough time in court is because they can't enforce none of the things that they're saying. If you can enforce it, then you can make it happen. But if you can't, so if you're in another country, you can't enforce your right to do what you want to do. You're gonna have to deal with what they're doing, right? I mean, you could push the program, but you better be ready to let your head roll for it. And to me, I feel like you know, it's better to just respect all people. Fear none, respect all, and you know what I'm saying. Now, if they put your hands,
I agree. I mean, I've heard people, and I see some people might be getting look like some people might be getting flared up on the comments right now, but some people say, hey, I'm gonna ride with it, and I'm not taking my jewelry off, or I'm not gonna taking my t-shirt off for nobody. And some people say, hey, don't be no damn fool. So I'm on the don't be no damn fool side.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it's just showing respect. What's wrong with showing the person respect? I don't see nothing. But you know, sometimes some of our people be like, you know, I'm not gonna show. You know, I'm gonna push my program, right? And then it becomes a pissing contest. I'm pushing my program. Okay, you can push your program, but you can push your program with your spirit. You don't have to always push your program with I gotta wear. I mean, you know, show me in the Bible where Jesus said you got a cross on. You gotta have it flaring every time you know everywhere you go. You gotta have it flaring. No, man, he said your behavior got to be flaring every time. You know, you got to show by your behavior you with this situation, man. Not so much. Oh, I got this T-shirt that say I'm a Christian, I'm a Muslim, I'm a this, I'm a that, right? You know what I'm saying? You got to show it. So you can respect, right? You can show respect at the same time keep your faith.
That's right.
That's at least the way I see it.
I do too. I'm on the same side as you. I'm sorry to get off track, brother.
No. That's a good question because some of our people get caught up in the whole, you know, I'm not gonna stand down when it's not standing down. It's just showing respect, and they know it's not a wrong time to show respect. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Be respectful. You in another country. Now you here in America where we have a bigger, more tolerant society, and people are not going to just quote unquote jump on you for having whatever, and you can do what you want to do. But some of these places you go, man, you know, I was watching, and see, I've seen so many different conflicts that makes me say that because I was watching one time where there was this bus going through Egypt, this bus of white people who were, you know, obviously Christians, but they were going through Egypt, right, sightseeing, right. And to prove a point, these dudes came out of the hills, out of nowhere, came in and lit that bus up, didn't leave not one person alive on that bus.
Are you serious, man? That's
crazy. They crept up on the bus. While they was taking pictures of the pyramids, they crept up on this bus, man, and they didn't leave one thing alive on that bus, man. Shout out to Lady in the Boy. Glad to have you in the building, sis. Yeah, we running through Luke. So, you know, you can tell Bolo, hey, Bolo, get over here. Me and John, we might need a little help over here. But yeah, man. So I seen conflicts like that. I seen conflicts like in the Middle East, you know, in the Palestinians and the Jewish settlements. I seen a lot of conflicts just because one person won't back off, right? You can't negotiate when one person when you got two sides and one side is unwilling to negotiate, then what can you do, man? You know, the conflict is going to keep going, right? But anyway, man, that was a good question. I'm glad you asked that, man, because some of our people need to think about that. We said our piece, but they need to think about what they would do in that situation, right?
Right.
Okay. Number 19. In your patience, possess ye your souls. Now, this is a good one. This is a good one. In your patience, possess ye your souls. What's going on, John? You know?
Oh man, I just what I get out of that is like hey, don't don't try to make something happen. Be patient and
There you go.
know that it's coming.
There you go. And
Hmm.
sometimes we can have a knee jerk reaction. Oh man, we'll do this, right? But sometimes you gotta have patience. You gotta have patience, especially where your faith is concerned. You need to
That's
have
right.
patience, right?
That's right.
Because
And
you know,
and I mean, you can apply that to everything. Your budget. Some people don't have patience and they want to finance everything or
right,
get this Mercedes Benz and they only have a budget for a Hyundai right now. So
right,
it depends. But yeah,
right,
but that's big.
right. So hey, you gotta be patient. Gotta
That's
be
right.
patient, man. So some things are gonna happen, right? People but don't lose your head. What I don't know about that. No, just relax, okay?
Be
They may
patient.
accuse you. They may come at you, but just keep your
Mhm.
peace, right?
That's right.
All right, we're going to 20. And when ye shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, ouch, then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Okay? When you see Jerusalem compassed with armies, right? That's exactly what's going on right now down there. Okay, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains, and let them which are in the midst of it depart out, and let not them that are in the countries enter thereinto. Right? Gonna be a lot going on, right? Gonna be a lot going on. If you don't want to lose your head, don't head into Jerusalem when it starts going down, right? don't don't head into Judea when it start going down, right? Stay out of there because it's gonna be a bad scene, right? For these days, for these be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written may be fulfilled, right? So what's that telling us?
Hey, it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, there's something all through the Bible. They say they drop little hints about stuff that's coming when God finally his time comes, right? Or when his alarm clock goes off, saying that's it. He hit
That's
that
right.
alarm clock and he said, "Okay, it's time to get busy,"
That's
right?
right.
But none of us know when that time is, right? But
That's right.
when that
Amen.
alarm clock goes off, hey, all this and now all throughout the Bible they got okay, this is gonna happen when God finally gets tired. This is gonna happen. He's gonna do
Mm,
this. He's gonna do
mm.
that. And now they're saying, okay, when all this is, when all of this stuff happens around Jerusalem, that's when the days of vengeance are gonna start coming in. All this stuff is gonna happen, right? Right? We're gonna start. It's gonna start going down on the disbelievers, right? It's
That's
gonna
right.
start
That's
going
right.
down. All right. But woe unto them that are with child. Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Woe to them that are with child. Ugh, ugh. And to them that give suck in those days. For there shall be great distress in the land and wrath upon this people. What? Wait a minute. What? What are we talking? What's going on, John? Wait. What? What's happening,
Hey,
man?
it's the truth. The truth. Yeah, man. It sound it kind of devastating. It touches your heart a little bit. You say, oh man, that's some struck. And then that's why a lot of people don't believe because like, hold up, wait, God is allowing this to happen. Go ahead.
Uh,
I'm sorry.
no, man. You right. Ain't no wrong answers. Okay.
Hmm.
So what's gonna happen? Woe to them that are with child, right? All right. People gonna be like, damn, man, I'm having a child in this environment.
Disaster,
Oh
right?
man, I wanted to bring my child into a good environment. And
Mm.
now we got all this conflict going on, and I gotta bring right. So they thinking like, man, dog, man, right? And to them that give suck in those
Mm.
days, right? The women gonna have problem, right? I was just in the store the other day, man. Guess what I see? Where they keep the formula? Limits on formula,
Yeah.
right? Hey man, it's limits on it's limits on stuff you can get for your children now, right? And it's like, man, dang, man. And we don't even well, a lot of times we don't even um we have gotten out of my children were all breastfed, but a lot of our children they're not breastfed. They're not breastfed anymore.
Yeah, here in the Dominican Republic now, this the formula is so scarce here where they just got a picture of the formula and they gotta go to the back
They got to go
and get it.
back there and get it.
And probably they don't want nobody to steal
Yeah,
it because that
goddamn, or
formula
fight over it.
is
Yeah,
expensive,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's getting bad. It's getting bad, but it's
Oh,
trying to tell us, man, this is a great distress, man. And the wrath is so the only way you can get out of the wrath, John, is through
Mhm.
your faith and your
Right.
obedience. This
That's
is a
right.
running thing in the Bible. Your faith and obedience is going to keep you out of it. See, it was a
Mhm.
time where just you having a certain being in a certain bloodline, that would forgive you. You were forgiven for whatever, right? You could
Right.
I'm of this bloodline. So, I'm okay. Now, no,
Mhm.
right? Jesus comes to wipe all that away and say, it's not just the bloodline, it's faith and obedience.
That's right.
Anyone who wants to be faithful and obedient can walk out of these things, whether they got the bloodline or not.
Mhm.
All right, let's keep on going. Let's keep moving. And they shall fall by the edge of the sword.
Hmm.
That's not nice.
Hmm.
And shall be led away captive into all nations. And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Mhm.
What? What?
Hmm.
Wait a minute. What is going on? What is going on? What's going on? You got a
Go ahead.
clue?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
do.
really got
I gotta pause it, but go ahead. I gotta pause for
okay,
a second. Go
okay,
ahead.
okay, big brother. All right, so and they shall fall by the edge of the sword. What's the edge of the sword? What is the edge of the sword? The tongue. The tongue. The tongue is can be used like a sword, right? I mean, people gonna fall, man, just by having uh accusations hurled about them or their backgrounds thrown out or things they did wrong. They're going to fall and shall be led away captive into nations, right? You're going to be led captive into all nations. What that means? There's certain people going to be led captive in all nations. That means like wherever they go, they're going to be looked down upon. Huh? Sound familiar, black folks? And Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles. What do you mean Jerusalem is going to be trodden down of the Gentiles? Jerusalem is supposed to be a holy city. Jerusalem. 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 Jeru, founded in Selam. Peace. Founded in peace, right? This is a city founded in peace. Why? Because everybody there is on the same page, right? Supposedly on the same page, right? They're supposedly of Jewish faith, right? Of the Jewish faith,
Mhm.
right? But now you got all kind of different people over in Jerusalem. You got the Arab people. You got you got Sunni Muslims, Shiite Muslims. You got all different types of Jewish of people that believe in, excuse me, the Hebrew, follow the Hebrew faith, right?
Right.
To include the Jews, right? They shall be downtrodden. Why? Because the Jews have been in a certain situation, right?
Mhm.
They were considered very valuable people at one time. Is that right?
That's right.
You even got rocks named after them, right?
Mhm.
Jewelry, right?
Right.
Jewelry.
Mhm.
You got rocks named after. You got valuable rocks that's named after them because the rocks were valuable. The people was valuable,
Mhm.
and so they always kept these valuable rocks on them. They called them jewelry.
Right. Right.
That's a whole nother conversation, brother.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
so anyway, Jerusalem, founded in peace, shall be trodden down by the Gentiles. Now everybody's going to be over there.
Mhm.
All kind of different people over there, and the Gentiles are going to be over there until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. The
Brother
three
Vaughn.
guys, it's three
Hey.
knuckleheads. Three knuckleheads.
Greetings, 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 greetings.
Through the hard way. What's going on, Brother Vaughn?
Yes, sir. Sorry I had to come up so late, but
Oh, yeah.
you know, I helped the wife with a few things. But
that comes
yeah,
first.
man, you guys are cooking. I've been listening, so sounds like we're doing quite well so far.
Oh yeah, that's
Brother
that's
John?
no, that's you, Brother Clarence. I'm still I need to get in the Bible more, so I appreciate this. I gotta.
Hey, man.
And
We
some
just having
stuff-
a good time.
and some
We just
stuff
having a
on the
good
next
time,
week.
man. Reading, trying to find some nuggets, brother. We having a blast, man. So we can bring John, we can bring Vaughn up in here if that's
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? The word is so inherent to where, you know, we're talking about it now today, but if we were to reapproach it again, maybe next week, sometimes we would find even something else.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Just
That's right.
within these passages. So that's what I love about the scriptures. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
You know,
sir.
it's very inherent, you know,
That's
and
right.
if you really search into the deeper aspect of it, you know, you get a lot of nuggets, man.
That's right.
Yes,
So
sir.
it's like a gift that keeps giving.
Yeah, man. You go back
I
and read
like
it
that. I
and
like
find something else, right? All right, y'all. Let's keep moving. 22. For these be the days of vengeance, that all things written may be fulfilled. But woe unto them which we read this already. 24. And they we read 24, 25, I think. Yeah. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. Men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after the things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Uh-oh. What's going on? What's going on, fellas? I thought we was good.
Brother Vaughn.
Well, it sounds like he is giving us a forewarning of some things that are going to come to pass.
Yeah.
And not only is he warning us, but he's giving us signs as well. You see what I'm saying? So in other words, when you go down the street, by the time you get to the oak tree, you see what I'm saying? You know, you're going to see some signs that are going to be going on.
Yeah.
And this is what's going to let you know that my coming is to follow that.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. What you say, John?
Yo, no, I agree with. I piggyback off of Brother Vaughn. Yeah, I totally agree.
And you know, just like did we read 26 or we didn't get to 26 yet?
We haven't got to 26 yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we did. We read it.
Oh, okay. You know, when it talks about the men's hearts failing for fear, you see what I'm saying? And man, when you know that you know when you know a thing is coming, you see what I'm saying? Those of us who are really not deep rooted in faith, you know, we become very fearful because see now at this point, we really don't have a relationship or a trust in God.
Right.
So we're kind of out there like sitting ducks.
Right.
You know, so oh God, what's going to happen? You know, you know, everything is going to fall apart. What shall I do? You see what I'm saying? So the men's hearts, you know, will fail them, you know, based upon their fear. You know,
I've been there. I've been there before. I have been there before, Brother Vaughn.
Yeah,
man. And so so he's telling them all of this because he knows what's coming, and he's trying to tell them, hey, this is what's going to happen. You may see it, you may not see it, but these are the things that's going to be happening when it's about to go down, right?
Right.
So he's just kind of prepping them up because before he had told them, hey man, a lot of things I could have told you, but you can't bear it right now. Well, now you got to tell them. Right. Whether they can bear it or not, got to drop it on them. All right, so here we are, 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Well, what's going on there?
Man,
now would you consider that he could be talking about the rapture in this
I would
particular
consider
scripture?
that.
Yeah,
I would definitely consider that, but he says when these signs happen and then the Son of Man will come, will present himself in a cloud, right? You see what I'm saying? And don't get afraid, just look up, because now your redemption is nigh. That means I'm here now to gather those up and to separate the wheat from the tare. You see what I'm saying?
I like that, the weak. I think at one point in time, this is my opinion, we're all weak, and the things that we go through makes us so much stronger, and that's why I'm such a believer, because God don't make it easy for you. Because if it was easy for everybody, then everybody would just jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah, definitely.
With your Golden State Warriors, they're gonna win next year. Shoot, everybody at Golden State Warriors fans. So
I'm just right?
using it as an analogy, but it's cool when everything is peachy, but the people that have faith, that's the ones that's the strongest, and that's what God wants. God wants the strong and the believers to believe no matter what you you actually see in the physical.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to be, your faith is going to be tested. You think you're going to just have to have faith? Paul said faith without works is what? Dead, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be able to just say, I have faith, and you're not going to be tried, right? You're going to be tried out here, especially when you say, I believe in Jesus, or I believe in the scriptures, I believe in God, or you take a stance, a righteous stance. Here they come. Look at Vaughn. Vaughn think he's something. He always talking about that God stuff. He always think he's something, right? Happy birthday, somebody. Happy birthday. So, Vaughn,
I don't know where that came from.
But the point is, we if we take a stance, we got to expect that the people that don't believe as like in God the way we do, they may have offense, or they may have they may attack us. Sometimes the attack comes straight. Sometimes the attack comes, with a question. Sometimes the attack comes from behind, right? You may be attacked in some way, but you're gonna definitely get tested with your faith, and that's what he's telling them the whole time. Hey, all this stuff gonna go on, but you got to hold on to your faith and your obedience, because that's what's gonna get you through, being faithful and obedient, right?
Yeah, and then he also talks about how there's going to come a time where you're going to be persecuted, put to death because of your faith. You see what I'm saying? And that's where some people hold that position. Well, for God I'll live, and for God I'll die. You all were talking about a scenario of if you had your bling bling on, with your cross and your diamonds on it,
right.
and you go into a city or country that this is in disbelief of your God,
right,
and it's quite offensive to them. Do you still wear it, as a sign? Do you still wear this sign? I'm a Christian. Well, I don't believe that we should walk around with signs to show that we're Christians, because those are trinkets. It's your life that should exhibit whether or not you're a Christian or you are a believer in God.
That's right.
It's your life, how you're living your life. Now, when it comes down to it, if you're accosted to the point of where, hey, do you follow this Christ? Well, now you have the Peter syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you deny him before the cock crows 3 times?
Right.
Or do you say, yes, I am a follower, and just suffer the consequences? Right. You see, that's the type of devotion that God desires from us concerning our faith.
Yes, brother. Yes.
Not just expressing it all willy-nilly, because we have a bling bling of a cross, You see
Right.
what I'm saying? That's just a sign and a symbol.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We get caught up in all of that stuff. You know, it's just like getting a tattoo on my forehead say I am a Christian. Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to put that on blast like that?
Are you trying to be funny, Brother Vaughn? Because you know my hairline is tattooed in. Are you trying to?
No.
It looks sweet. It looks sweet, man. I wish I looked that good, man. Oh my God, man.
No.
Well, they did a good job. They did a good job.
I like how you clean that up, Brother Vaughn. That was nice.
If I look that close, man, I just take my shirt off and walk down. If I look that good, I just take my shirt off and walk down Hollywood.
You know what? See, and let me just say this too, you know, because I kind of chuckled when you guys brought that, when Brother John brought that scenario up about, you know, the cross and the bling bling, and you know, would you hide it? You know what I'm saying? But see, you have a lot of people who walk around having the form of godliness.
Yeah.
And that's all they really have is the form of godliness. You see, they look like a Christian. They, you know, right. they have on that garb, those clothes. See, but on the inside, filthy rags. See what I'm saying? So you can't always judge the book by its cover. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. Because I could have on the Pope's hat, and I can hold the scepter in the right hand, and I can have on these beautiful robes and garments. You see what I'm saying? Like the Sadducees and the Pharisees. You see what I'm saying? And having the image, you know, but then God says, you know, you're like a whitewashed tombstone,
right?
Or a grave that's full of dead man's bones.
That's right.
Yeah. Hollow.
So and let me ask you this, Brother Vaughn. I'm gonna go a little deeper since you brought that analogy up. I brought up. So let's say you are on a retreat, and you're getting off the airplane, and everybody in the retreat, you guys are going to spread the word, and y'all all have the same T-shirts on, whatever it says, you know, scriptures or whatever it says, and some people on the plane say, "Hey, y'all heard, you know, they got some people out there that don't believe in God, and you know, they got AK-47s out there." So my point was, would you be a person to say, "Hey, I'm gonna take my shirt off," or are you a person to say, "Hey, I'm stepping out on faith. You know, I got my T-shirt on, and you know." So which route would you go? That's what I was asking. Yeah.
Well, now, you know, that's what you call, what is that? Missionary work?
Right. Missionary
when
work.
People go to different countries and share the gospel.
And that happens in Africa.
You know what I'm saying?
That happens in Africa a lot.
Where, yeah, exactly. So you have to be willing to suffer the consequences. You know, if that's how deep you are in your faith. You see what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, you know,
and that's why I
you
brought
know,
that
and
analogy.
You're taking a chance anyway.
No matter
by going into a country that rejects Christianity. You see what I'm saying? And the Bible. So if your purpose is to go there to minister to those people in that country, then you would have to understand, hey, you know, I could be up against some persecution. You see what I'm saying? I could possibly lose my life in this effort.
That's right.
But yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I'll fear no evil. See, yeah, because thou art with me.
That's right.
And so you have to have that kind of faith. You know, it's the same if you live in the hood, just going out to the grocery store, Lord. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, because I'm taking a chance just going to the grocery market.
That's right.
In some areas. You know, so you have to walk by faith. But yeah, you know, I like Brother Clarence said, I don't believe in all that, those signs and trinkets and stuff like that. I think it's nice to have a little cross or whatever, you know, and you know what I'm saying. But when you're going into dangerous territory, hey, you know, even David in the Bible, if we look at some of his trafficking, you know, he had to present himself as a crazy man just to save his own life. Go back and read it. You know,
Okay.
So yeah, so it's all type of thing. You know, you have to be really led by God. You know,
Yeah.
but if you're going into a foreign country that rejects Christianity and the word, then you have to know that you're going to be up against some opposition. And now, do you have the faith to do that?
Mm.
That's right.
Because if that's the mission that God sent you on, see,
Mm.
a good man's steps are ordered by the Lord. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. See, yeah, you shall have the power to tread upon serpents and scorpions, you know, and everything you do and touch shall prosper. So, do you have that type of faith? Now, if you don't have that type of faith, then you don't need to be in that type of ministry.
I like
You
that.
see what I'm saying? Yeah.
I like that.
So, you know, God has a calling on everyone's life. And if that's not your calling, it's to
Mhm.
go over there in the bush where they can cut your throat just because you said Jesus.
That's
Then
right.
I would suggest that you know, stay by your local church.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And do whatever it is you can do in your community,
That's right. That's right.
you know.
All right, y'all. We got a question on the chat from New Growth. New Growth says, question: can we say worrying fear is a sign we have moved too far away from our faith? What do you guys say about that?
Well, definitely, because listen, you know, the Bible talks about and says that, you know, God has not given us the spirit of fear. That's in the scripture somewhere in the New Testament. You know, God didn't give us the spirit of fear, but of love and power and a sound mind. So that spirit of fear doesn't really come from God, it comes from the enemy. And a lot of us, instead of rejecting that fear and stepping out on faith, we succumb to the fear.
Mhm.
And so this is what leads us to, you know, not be as effective as we could be.
Right.
Because at this point, fear has taken over. We have allowed fear to take over.
And I think that's a good point. But Brother Vaughn, I think I'm gonna break it down like this. I'm gonna separate the two. I'm gonna separate worrying and fear because when you worry, that's something that you should try to break away from. Uh,
Exactly. Mhm.
Fear is exactly what you said. So I believe we have to separate both of them. That's just my opinion, Brother Clarence and Brother Vaughn.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you're right on point with the fear, brother. You're right.
Yeah. And you know, and I was taught that, you know, worrying is a sin.
Yeah. Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, because at that point, as a Christian, and listen, we're all guilty of this now. Come on. You know, there are many times that I worry. I have an 18-year-old son.
Oh, the
So
smokes!
so so let's
All
not
you
talk
doing is
about
worrying.
the worry that's involved. You know, so I'm constantly going to God, you know, hey God, I trust you. You know, it's just I'm a little concerned.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
yeah. So, but when we cast all of our cares on Him, you know, see, that's the good place that we should all be in, because when we cast all our cares upon Him, because He cares for us, and see, God is going to make a way for us. You know,
Mhm.
all of us on the panel can look back on some tragedies that we have suffered, some hardships that we have been through, and as we go through each individual circumstances, all the way up to now, we can say God made a way.
Yeah.
We can say I'm still here, yet in spite of what I've been through,
Yeah.
I don't look like what I've been through. If you knew what I've been through, you would say, "Wow, you don't look like you've been through that." That's
Right.
because God keeps us.
That's right.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna say this about the fear and the worry. Um, I I think that we are not supposed to rest in fear. We're not supposed to we're not supposed to you know, we supposed see when God gives us instructions and He tell us things, we supposed to, if you believe, you're supposed to say, okay, by faith, you're supposed to just move out on that faith, right?
Right. Mhm.
But some of our people haven't been raised up in faith. They just getting the faith. So sometimes when we tell them stuff, we gotta encourage them that the outcome is not going to be what they want, and so they're going to have to not want that outcome more than they have a thirst or a lust for whatever it is they're trying to do. And so that's where a little bit of that fear is going to come in. Now, our faith and obedience is supposed to pull us through it, right? Our faith and obedience pull us through that fear and say, okay, I was scared of it. Now I'm not scared of it. I ain't got to worry about it because I got my faith and I have my faith and my obedience. I know I'm gonna do what God told me to do, so I don't have to be afraid of that situation. It's not gonna have to be afraid. But sometimes some of our people, that's the only way to get their attention is by letting them know that, hey, a negative circumstance is gonna happen if you do that, and knowing that they have an aversion to that negative circumstance.
That's right.
That's what's going to get their attention, and then make them say, "Well, this is why I should do this." Now, after they behold and their faith gets strong enough, now they don't have, the fear as much, and it's on top of them, and as well as the worrying, because worrying doesn't do anything for anybody. It just wears everybody down, right?
That's right.
Why do people worry? Because it's their faith in reverse.
Right.
Worrying is your faith in reverse, right? So you're going to worry hard because your faith is not strong enough to pull you through that and say, if this be God's will, if it be God's will, right? We got a saying in Islam, inshallah, if it be, I'll see you later if it's God's will. Right? If it's God's will, I'll see you later, right? So we got to have the faith that, okay, God, I'm faithful that God is going to, but if he don't, it's still his will. I ain't acting outside of his will. It's still going to be his will.
Right.
No matter what happens, right? But as long as I keep my faith, well, you know what I mean? Because somebody might come, the FBI might come running up in here. Hey, Clarence, we got you for treason. We got all these chumped up charges on you, right? We got you for treason, whatever, right?
Right.
I had an FBI agent follow me around for 2 years, right? He went everywhere I went, right? So it's possible, right? It's possible. But my point is our faith. I didn't have no problem with him because I knew I wasn't doing nothing, right? We wasn't having no conversations that was like, we want to overthrow the government and all that. No, we wasn't having no conversation. We was having faith-based conversations and doing different things to try to, do things in the community, right? So I wasn't afraid, and eventually that dude fell off, right?
Right.
Gotta go find somebody else we can dig some dirt up on. Now, don't get me wrong, Brother Clarence ain't no saint here now. I'm trying to be a saint now.
Muslims,
right? But the point is,
but Muslims already get a strike off top anyway.
Yeah, man. But my point is that we got to use our faith. Our faith is all we got, and see, we think that if we got money, I can get friends and influence people, and you might be able to do that,
right?
But at the end, your faith is what's going to pull you through. Your faith, you'll be able to call in your faith. I'm telling you, brothers, listen to me. I should be not alive right now. I should be not alive, and I've been through so many things in the past 5 years.
Amen. Me too.
I've been on death's door like 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
And literally, I was in a hospital room screaming, telling him I'm dying. Yes. I feel myself dying. Somebody needs to come and help me now, right? And nobody else was doing that, but I did it, and I'm here, right? Right? So sometimes you gotta, remember when we was reading about that the blind man? He said, he knew Jesus, right? He's like, hey, and the people like, shut up, blind man. Ain't nobody. We trying to get some Jordans over here. We trying to kick it with Jesus, man. Jesus, go bless you with some Jordans, man. You talking about I want my eyesight, right? That blind man was like, hey, this man's gonna hear me, right? That's how I was. I was like, y'all gonna hear me, right? But my faith in God said, hey, man, I'm doing what I believe you will want me to do, right? Fight for my life. So this is what I'm doing. And if that's your goal to keep me further ahead, then that's what I'm gonna do, right? So faith, gentlemen, faith, obedience. That's what's gonna keep us. It ain't about, Oh, I got the bling bling. Hey, Vaughn, you see this, man? You know, I got alhamdulillah right here over. Well, I got it right here, man. I ain't tucking it in, man. I'm going to the church today, and I ain't tucking it in. That's stupid, right? You know what I'm saying? We gotta respect each other and respect our beliefs. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to believe what you believe, but I can respect your belief, right? I can respect, and we can respect, and we can meet where we meet. We will meet where we meet, right?
Yeah, I have a funny testimony. I think y'all will like this. Kind of talking about what you talked about, because you've been through a lot, brother. I know you've been through a lot. I mean, we all have, but after I was assaulted, I couldn't feel my body. I was inside. I was in the hospital, and my body. I woke up in the bed, and my mom was sleeping, and my brother was sleeping, and when I woke up, I didn't feel. I thought I was dead. I thought I was deceased, but I thought my spirit was just looking at my mom and my brother in the bed, and on the couch, laying there sleeping. So I kind of popped up. So I picked up a roll of toilet tissue, and I still had my pitching arm, and I bust my brother right in the head. And he said, "What you did that for?" I said, I just wanted to make sure I was still living it, because I couldn't feel my body.
I understand, man. Believe me, man. I understand.
So yeah, go ahead.
No, bro. I was in the hospital, man, and I was in the hospital, and I was like, man, like that day, I felt so bad.
Oh man, yeah.
But I felt a little better the next day.
Right.
And it gave me hope for the next day and
the
next day, right? So after about a week, I was like, oh, okay, I can eat. Because man, and John, when you feel that bad, man, eating that's the last thing on your mind, right? You're like, man, I just want to get out of this pain. What can I do? I'll take this, I'll take that, I'll take this, I'll take that. People be thinking these people get on pain medications and they get on these pain addictions, these addiction to these medications, like just willy-nilly. No, a lot of people, man, they got real problems, and they just trying to get out of that pain. Trying to get out of that pain, man.
Yeah, man. I've been there before, where I just want to feel good. I want to get rid of this pain. Yeah,
man. But if we have our faith, and God help us, man, what I'm saying, we have our faith and our obedience.
We don't lose our trust. Just like Job said, look how afflicted Job was.
Right.
And he still had enough faith to say, even though he slays me, yet will I trust him. Even when his wife said, man, you need to go somewhere, sit in the corner and curse your God.
Right.
Because you look at you falling apart, dude.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
But even though that he slays me, yet will I trust him. In other words, even though I'm going through this affliction, this pain, this hurt, this trauma, I'm still going to keep my trust in him.
And it all comes, it comes to a full circle, just like you were saying, Brother Clarence, and Brother Vaughn, you was just saying, I mean, you can use so many examples of what you see with your family members. What's his name? Jamie Foxx. They said he had a stroke. And,
oh my God! Really?
Yeah, I heard that.
Wow. So
prayers going out to him, man.
Yeah, my prayers go out to him as well. And it's like, man, he's a multi-millionaire, but at the same time, you could have so much stress on your body. You have to give it to God, because if you don't, you could have a stroke or have a heart attack or something like that. But it's just, you just don't know what somebody's going through inside. That's why I just try to give all my worries to God. And you can't give all of them, because just like you said, Brother Vaughn, you always going to say, hey, I trust you, God. But at the same time, you can give all of them, but at the same time, you still got that worry inside of you a little bit,
Yeah, we got to always worry about that. But you know what, man? what always gets me, like, hey, man, I'm tripping. Like, sometimes I'll be worrying like that, right? I'll be like, man, I don't want things to go this way, right? But you know what I think? I think about Isaac, man. Isaac, Abraham's son, right? and the old man's taking the boy up the hill, right, for the sacrifice, right? Taking him up the hill. They get up to the top of the hill, and Isaac's like, "Hey, where's the lamb?" Old man sitting there like this, man, like, there ain't no lamb, son. you got to get up there on that table, right?
Yeah, he said, "Listen, I see the wood now, but I know we're carrying the wood up here, but
yeah, I know we doing that,
you
man.
know, now hold on. There's some things missing, you know."
Right?
Yeah, because this wood is a little heavy, but
yeah, man, the old man is like, hey, man, you know, I got to break it down to you, man. It ain't no lamb, you the lamb.
You the lamb, yeah.
But if what that taught me is Isaac like, oh, I'm the lamb? Oh, okay, well, if this what your God want done, hey, let's get to it. Jumped up there, let's get to it, man. You know what I mean? And of course, somebody grabbed Abraham's hand and didn't let him plunge that knife into that little boy, right? But the point is this: was Abraham going to obey? That was the point. Was he going to obey, right? Because the boy was there because he didn't. The boy is even there because he didn't obey, right? So now he's like, okay, are you going to obey this time, right? And so he did obey, and ultimately the boy's life was spared because of that obedience, right?
That's right.
But the whole point is,
and see, your obedience is better than your sacrifice.
Yes,
that's true.
Know, I had to really learn that. You know,
yes.
I used to hear that growing up, and I never understood it. Like, what do you mean your obedience is better than your sacrifice?
Yes.
It is the point that you are obedient.
Yes.
Because you can do a sacrifice and be disobedient to God.
That's right.
Which makes your sacrifice null and void, right?
Yes.
So it is your obedience that is far more preferred by God than your sacrifice.
Yeah, we got it. There's a saying in Islam. Prayer is better than sleep. Prayer is better than sleep, man. Meaning that which one you need more.
Right.
Yeah, you need sleep and you need prayer, but which one should you be doing the most of?
Right.
All right, y'all. Let's get back to Luke, man. Everybody's like, oh man, we got a kumbaya moment. Well, we gotta get back to Luke, y'all.
Yeah,
right. Get back to Luke. All right. So let's see. Oh, here we go. 29.
29.
And he spake to them a parable. Behold the fig tree and all the trees. When they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is now nigh at hand. So likewise, ye, when ye see these things come to pass, know ye that the kingdom of God is nigh at hand. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my words shall not pass away. What? Wait a minute. What? What's going on?
Wow. Yeah, that's deep right there. 33, right?
Yeah, 33.
Wow, 33, man. You know, heaven and earth shall pass away.
What's going on?
But my word shall not pass away.
Okay.
Wow.
What's going on, y'all? What's happening?
I mean, that says a lot about the word of God.
And this is Jesus talking to the disciples, right?
Yeah, but that says a lot about the word of God, doesn't it? It is his speech. It is his word. See, in the beginning was the word, and the word was with God.
Right.
And the word was God.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
And now it goes on, and we have other scriptures that talk about how the word became flesh. Now, see, in the beginning was the word. That's before all this other stuff that y'all talking about.
Okay.
See, the word always has been and always will be. You know? And so, yeah, heaven and earth shall pass away, but his word is infallible. You can't, you know what I'm saying? It's infallible.
That's right.
Okay, so he spake to them in a parable, told them about the fig tree, right? And all the tree. He said, when they shoot forth, ye shall know of yourselves that summer is nigh at hand, right? Because you're looking at the trees, right? You see the leaves change colors, right?
You see the changing of the seasons, right?
You see
the signs. You see the signs of the season,
right? So for those of them, so for those paying attention, it's gonna be obvious what's getting ready to come, right? If you paying attention and you plugged in, right? You plugged in, You tapped in, you're gonna see these signs, and you're gonna know, oh, okay. Everybody else, they're gonna be looking at this stuff going, oh wow, yeah, everything's cool, well, it is what it is, right?
Mhm.
But those of us that's tapped in, we're gonna say, time to get ready. It's gonna go down.
That's right.
I gotta get my story straight. I never met Von, never heard of him. Never heard of Von Bryant. Never heard of him. Right. Right. He said, verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass away till all be fulfilled. Okay, so ain't none of us nobody is getting away. We gonna all have pressure.
That's right.
We all gonna have the pressure on us, right? We all gonna have the pressure of an evil and wicked world. We gonna be tried and tested, right? John, you really believe in Jesus? You really believe that crazy stuff? We all gonna be tested. Clarence, you really believe in that stuff? Yeah, we all will be tested.
Mm-hmm.
And do you believe, why you believe in God? What is this? What is that? Right? So heaven and earth shall pass away. Wait, whoa, what? Okay, I'll give you the earth. Heaven? How can heaven pass away? I thought God was kicking it in heaven. What happened?
Yeah.
How's heaven gonna pass away? But the word's not pass away.
Right.
What is going on there?
That's deep.
That's heavy, right?
Yeah, that's a very heavy scripture right there. So how do you see it, Brother Clarence? What do you get out of that passage?
Okay, what I get out of that passage is that heaven and earth shall pass away, right? So the things that you know of as when you think that it's the things that you can consider heaven, the things that you consider earthly, those things are gonna be way gone. Like but his words shall not pass away, meaning that now it's gonna be a whole new understanding when you come into this new God's kingdom comes in. The things that you like, if you try to remember stuff from earth, that ain't gonna apply here. The stuff that you considered, what you thought was heaven, that ain't gonna apply here. This is a whole new understanding of God's,
right,
and it's gonna be the word that was already told to you, but it's just a different type of revelation of a different understanding. Because you right now, you have a carnal understanding. The only thing, most of the things that you could understand is what you could see. You believe 80 to 90% of what you believe is what you see.
I love it. Right? That's a great analogy, brother. That's a great analogy. I'm gonna leave after I say this point right here. This is kind of piggyback on what you just said. I watched a pastor on TV, and they had the debate going on, and it was an atheist versus the pastor, and he was saying, he's like, well, what about this? Kind of like what you were saying, Brother Clarence. He's like, what? And the atheist was saying, well, that don't make no sense. And the pastor said, well, what you thinking about, you can't even fathom, you can't even see it. And it's just kind of piggyback off what you said. It's like what you thinking of a puny God. I'm talking about the Almighty. Yes.
Right. It's a small understanding of what. That's like saying, the earth. We got an understanding of the whole universe based on the earth. The universe is so huge, man. Can't even. I mean, literally, they say it takes a certain amount of time to get from here to the planet Saturn, right? It will take probably about 4 or 5 years, right, to get from here to Saturn, right? But after a while, the distances get so big, they don't even use years
or time slots, right?
Yeah, they don't use they use time. Yeah, exactly. They use time. They do things in light years.
Right.
Because you can't do it in feet and inches. It's just or kilometers. It just blows your mind, right? So you have to do it now. You have to do it. This planet is 20 light years away. I mean, it take light moving at the speed of light 20 years, moving at the speed of light just to get there, right? And then we got some places that's moving at, that's a million light years away, right? And they can see all this stuff. But my point is, but the average person concept of light years, right? You can't even, because we all think in feet, inches and feet, right? And miles. Now you got places where that stuff is, you can't even think like that. So my point is this, man, there's more things to understand. Like, even though they've been revealed to us, our understanding might not be at that level yet. And so this is telling us a better understanding is coming to you later. Because right now you got this human mind. You can't really do the calculations yet, because you've been taught in such a way to keep your thinking at a certain level. But God is going to come and expand your mind. You survive this and use your faith and obedience. Now you're going to be exposed to so much more, and you'll see it. And then you go, just what he was talking about. Oh, okay, I got it now. Because there might not be no male. They might not be in the what do you call it? The kingdom of God.
Yeah.
There might not be no male or no female. It might just be believers. Whoa, that one went right over everybody's head. That's all right. Brother John, when's the next time you going up, man? Because I know you got to go, man. When's the next time you going up?
Hey, next time you on, I'll be here. I'll be on. I'm getting ready for my show. I'll be on in about 2 hours.
Okay. Well, listen, brother, it's always good to, be on the stage with you, man. Much respect to you, sir.
Hey, John.
Hey, you guys give me so much wisdom. Sometimes I just shut up and just let y'all talk, man, because I be absorbing it.
Hey, John, can you take if me and Vaughn, two old relics, go over there, man, do you think we'd be able to get on, man, or we'd be able to listen in, man? We'd be welcome over there, man. We can come on over there.
You guys fit right on in. That's one thing I love about the Dominican Republic. They pray and they believe in God, and they make it public. They make it public here, and they don't judge. They don't judge anybody. They have Muslim places here. They have Christian places here, and they just let them pray. And shoot, in the United States, you pray on the bus or something, or in a place and start holding hands with people, they gonna call the police and probably put you in the loony bin.
Yeah, man.
So it's totally different here. So y'all will fit in just fine, man, because y'all don't cause no trouble. I don't know about brother Vaughn.
No, man. My brother Vaughn.
No, I don't cause trouble, man. I try to stay out of trouble, You gotta
keep your eye on him, Vaughn. You just gotta keep your eye on him, man. That's all right. As long as you keep your eye on him, man, Vaughn is good, man.
That's a joke. I know. That's the last one. I gotta worry about you, brother Clarence. Probably brother Vaughn.
Yeah.
That's right.
More me, man. I'm the more hard-headed one of the two. That's for
sure. Brother. Hey, man, y'all take care, man. Y'all, God bless y'all. I'll talk.
Yes, sir.
Bye to everybody. I enjoy being on the panel.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you for stopping by, Brother John. Appreciate you, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the Dominican route, go on over and subscribe to the Dominican route, man. That's a good show. We're going to go over there and support our brother at, what did he say, 6 o'clock his time? That's 3 our time. 6:30?
Yeah.
Okay, 6:30. So that'll be 3:30 our time in LA. And you can translate that to whatever time zone you in. And so we're going to see you. Appreciate you, man. I'm going to pull you down, John.
All right. Peace, my brother.
All right, man. That was Brother John, man. Good dude,
sir.
Man. Good dude. Good dude.
Yeah. Kind of glad, that he was able to, spend a little time in the Word.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? And very open to, just go grab his Bible and, hey, let me just go get my Bible. And we could talk about it. He didn't get up here as he was any type of great scholar or theologian. He just went off of what God was giving him, as far as what these scriptures are saying. Yeah. And that's how we should all approach it. We don't know everything.
But I'm glad that we got an environment, bro. I'm glad we got an environment, Vaughn, where people feel comfortable, man. They don't have to be like, oh, the whole Bible backwards and forwards. They don't
Right.
have to. They can
Yeah.
just come up here and tell what they say, and we can all learn off of each other, man. You know what I'm saying? So I like that we got that environment, man. And then if they really want to get a deeper, they can go to a place like Bolo TV, and they
Yeah.
can
Bolo's excellent. Yeah.
dig
He's
deep
excellent.
into it, deeper, little,
Yeah.
a lot
Yeah.
deeper. All right, brother, you ready? You ready to
Yes.
get back to it?
We're at 34 right now,
We
right?
better get back to work, man. We better get back to work. Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Yeah, we at let's see. Yeah, you're right.
34.
34. All right, 34. Let's see. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and
Serpentine.
surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares, right?
Mhm.
Don't be like Vaughn throwing at the top level at the bar, man, throwing those
Trying
$100
to make it
bills,
rain, right?
making it rain with them $100 bills, and then somebody they send Peter or somebody up into the club. Hey, Vaughn, it's time. Come on, let's go. Wait a minute, let me get rid of this stack right
Yeah.
quick.
Well, you
Let me
know
get
what?
rid of
Yeah,
this stack.
you're right, Brother Clarence, because you don't want to get caught like that.
You get caught, right?
You know, when the Lord returns, you know, the Bible says he's coming as a thief in the night. No man knows the hour or the time of
Right,
his return. So you better be caught, you know, being on your P's and Q's. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And that word surfeiting, I looked it up, and it means overindulging.
Yes,
Okay, it means when you overindulge, and then it talks
yes,
about drunkenness, and you're just
yes,
kind of living in reveille, like somehow where you're not paying attention to
yes,
what's really going on. you know
yes.
I always
And
tell my son, listen, when you go out in the street, you know don't just have your earbuds in where you're not aware of your surroundings.
right,
You see what I'm saying? And so a lot of us, it's kind of like we have these spiritual earbuds in where we're not aware of our surroundings, what's going on at the time,
right.
because we're so caught up in being entertained. you know
Yeah.
yeah, so
And so basically saying, hey man, you can't play. Now that you know, go through
yeah,
every sign and signal that's coming. So now
don't
that you
ignore
know,
it. Don't
now
ignore it.
you respond, you on the hook for it now. So
Mhm.
you can't say, oh well, I was chilling out there with Brother Clarence. We was out there, riding these motorcycles through up and down Figueroa, trying to check out the girls, you know what I'm saying? So uh uh no.
Riding up and down the strip, huh?
Yeah, right. No, that ain't gonna work. Hey, Clarence, the Lord is at the corner of Fig in Manchester. He wants you to report. He called you by name. He wants you to report. I'll be there as soon as I get done, man. These girls, man. Oh my God, these girls. No, that ain't gonna work, right? You gonna get left out. You gonna get caught, right? You say, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. What's a snare, brother?
Wow, that's like a trap, right?
That's a trap that just
It's
springs on you like that,
it's
man.
like a
Bang,
it's
right?
like a booby trap, or
Yes,
you know how when the people have those bear traps.
exactly.
You see
Woo,
what I'm saying? And the bear walks unaware and and
right.
it grabs his foot, and
Woo,
now he's caught in that snare. He's caught in it,
woo. Ouch.
and yeah, man. So we got to be careful because there's many of those traps out there for us, and they
Yes,
come in all types of
yes,
shapes, forms, yeah,
yes. Yeah,
and
sometimes they come in the
devices.
form of a person. They come in the form of people,
Exactly.
right?
People could be a snare. That's
Right?
right.
You got a person, a man or a woman in your life that's trying to keep you on drugs, or keep you always
Yeah,
sexed up, or keep you on
that's
drunk
it.
drinking or whatever, right? Or keep you on a nefarious lifestyle path, right?
Mhm. That's it.
And so you gotta, when you was talking about the rapture, it's always gonna be a little rapture, right? Because there's always gonna have to be a separation. Once you come
Yeah.
into the knowledge of yourself and the knowledge of who you are as God's people, and this
Mm.
person you hanging with, and you kicking it with, at some point, either their theology is going to wear on you, or your theology is going to go on them. But at a certain point, you see those both theologies ain't gonna mix, right? They're not gonna mix because you are so opposed. I mean, you just another type of person, right? So therefore, you're gonna have to be a separation, right? You got to leave that one that's there that they want to still do drugs. Okay, you got to leave them there. They want to still be hanging out, getting drunk. You got to leave them there, right? They want to spend all their money on, porn or whatever. You got to leave them there, right? You got to, at a certain point, you got to just move on and say, hey, that's what I did at a certain point in my life. But now I'm here, and I'm trying to do what God wants, and it's a slow walk, right? Nobody goes from the first day. That first day is the hardest day, right? The first day you walk into the church, that's the hardest day because you feel like, man, I'm such a bad person. All these people are so good. Are they going to accept me? Are they going to help me? Are they going to show me? After a while, you realize, shit, these people are the same as me. They trying to make
they're the exact same, right?
They trying to hang on
same
too,
people,
right?
Wow, yeah, that's good, Brother Clarence. You spot on with that one. Spot on.
So Vaughn, it's gonna be like a snare, right? It's gonna come that quick, right? Like a mousetrap, pow, right? Now you see it, now you don't, bam, right? So that's how quick it's gonna come. That things gonna change, and it can change. Me and you been dealing with that in the last couple of days, right? Things can change just like that, right? 1 minute you got a bunch of friends, next minute you don't, right?
Yeah.
But who's always there? The God in heaven. The God in heaven is always there, right? And he could direct your paths, right? And sometimes he directs our paths, right? And the person that he wants us to be around, we may not see them. We may not see that person, right? We trying to be with this person, right? And so this person is like, well, whatever, but and so sometimes it takes a breaking away for us to realize, oh man, truly, these are the people that really got my back. These people, they have me as long as I'm saying what they want me to say and doing what they want me to do, right? That's for all of us. We've all been through that, right? And there's always going to be there's always going to be a time where we got to cut some people loose. I mean, if we want a certain lifestyle, right? Me, I love peace, Vaughn. I like peace. I don't like a whole lot of hollering and screaming. And I'm not that. That's not my person. I like peace. You know what I mean? I had to get rid of my oldest boy because I like peace. He said, Pops,
amen.
the apartment across the street is all I need is $3,000. I said, is that all?
Yeah,
I had to get him out.
Listen, your peace is priceless.
Right? Now
Can't put a price on it.
Now I see him when he's hungry or he needs something or you know what I'm saying? But I don't have to live with him. That was the part that was killing me, living with him. But Vaughn, these things are gonna come and they're gonna come quick. So we got to be ready because at any time this thing can go down at any time, right? We saw that this week. It can go down at any time, right?
Definitely.
Even though things will look good, everything looks good, looks like everything is going good, everything can fall apart, right? All right. So watch ye therefore and pray always. Wait a minute. Whoa. I'm gonna say that again, Vaughn. Watch ye therefore and pray sometimes. Watch ye therefore and pray when you get a minute.
Always.
Always. Let me look at the word always, man, because I don't know if you know what you're talking about, Vaughn.
Always.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm trying to read this word, man, and you talk about always, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let me see what that means.
That's what it said, always.
Let's see the definition. At all times, on all
At all times.
As a last resort, failing all else.
That's it.
At all times. Okay. We're supposed to pray at all times, right? There ain't no situation where we supposed to look at it and say, I don't need God on this one. God, take a break on this one, man. I got this one. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to pray over everything, right? We're supposed to pray over every situation that we may need his assistance, right?
But you know what, Brother Clarence, now this particular passage right here, 36 is it was something that I was taught at a young age,
Okay.
and I understood it better later. When you become more mature, you know,
Okay.
it's not that you're just to pray, but you're to watch and pray. Now, some people will say, well, how do I watch and pray? Because, when I pray, I bow my head and I close my eyes. Watch out now.
Oh boy.
Who said that you're supposed to do that?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, who said that? Who said close the eye? See, the Bible said watch and pray.
Yeah.
And a lot of
I mean,
times, even when I would pray around people, I know we bow our heads and we close our eyes, and I understand, and I thought it was out of order if I opened my eyes.
yeah.
But thank God for this scripture, because
Yeah.
it made more sense to me.
Yeah.
Watch and pray at the same time.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Yeah.
Good. That's
Because
good.
even though I could bow my head in reverence, but I can also look up to see who's serious about
Hey,
who's in
man.
this circle,
You never
who's
know
being for real.
you never know who's in the temple, right?
Come
That's how
on, man.
Dylan Roof got over, because
You got to watch and
wasn't-
pray.
he wasn't watching, right? He
Yeah.
wasn't watching. Okay, now it says watch and pray always, right? Pray always, right? We want to pray. We want to pray. We want to make sure that we stand prayed up, right? Anytime we can get a little moment to pray, kick in, right? Kick in. That ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man, right?
Wow.
Hey, Vaughn, I guess everybody ain't gonna make it, right?
And it says to escape, right? That word right there. Worthy to escape.
Everybody
You
ain't
see?
gonna make it, y'all.
And everybody's not, and that's just a very hard
Yeah,
factual truth. You
right.
see what I'm saying? Because you have those who have rejected God. Now
Yeah,
you're not going to reap the benefits, of his promises when you reject him. Come
right,
on, that's how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen,
right,
that's how it goes. You don't
right.
just reject God and then think at some point you're going to reap the benefits of his promises. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way.
Nah.
So
And
we have to be found worthy. Now, what does worthy mean? That it means, in right standings with God. It doesn't mean perfect. It means that you are in right standings with God, even though you are in this fleshly body. Because there's no good thing in this flesh. Number one, there's no good thing in the flesh. You see what I'm saying?
let me read the definition of worthy: having or
Okay.
showing the qualities or abilities that merit recognition in a specified way. A person notable or important in a particular sphere, right?
I get it. Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so merit. That you're gonna have to
Right.
show
Right.
that you have some type of merit or designation, that you are different than the people that don't merit to escape all these things, right? You're gonna have to do something. And
Right.
how you gonna do that? Your faith, your
Yeah.
faith,
And,
and your obedience. That's what's gonna show you difference. And then ultimately it's going to be your heart, your expression, right? Because just because I got faith and I got just because I got faith and obedience, don't mean I got a whole bunch of money to throw at the church, right? Islam says the poor people, they pay the poor rate. The poor people don't have no money. So what do they got? But they could pay attention. They do things from their heart, right? That's the poor rate. So some of us, you gonna have to stand on. God is gonna understand that some of us got certain circumstances that, okay, well, what could you have done in this circumstance? What can you do in your circumstances, right? What can you do? Okay, then that God is a good God. He's gonna understand. He's gonna take into account our circumstances, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole reason why Jesus is here. He took into account our circumstances. You born in sin and shaped after iniquity, right? You come out the womb into a sinful world, right? and then you shaped after iniquity, right? You shaped after the fact that everything's not equal. Nothing is equal. Nothing's going to be the same for no one else, right? You shaped after that. So God understands. That's why he said, you know what? I got to do something about this situation. Here, I'm not going to sacrifice anybody else. I'm going to sacrifice my own son. I'm going to sacrifice my own son. And I'm going to listen to him cry out for help. And yet, he's going to have to fulfill this. If I can do that, what can you do? Another one, Vaughn.
That's it.
Right?
No, I get it. I get what you say. You know, if he could sacrifice his son, then see, everybody's accountable at that point.
You know
Everybody, you know, and you know, it mirrors off of that whole scenario that you spoke of earlier about, you know, Abraham and Isaac.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a typification of what God did with Jesus on the cross.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was the ram in the bush. He was the lamb that was slain.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He was bruised, you know, for our iniquity.
Now, for those
for our transgressions.
For those that understand and willing to accept it. Those of us that understand and willing to accept it.
Exactly.
Here, you got a way to get out of all of this stuff happening. Because the man did all of this stuff. And then, yeah, you're going to be able to stand before the Son of Man, right? All right, Vaughn, let's move on. 37. And in the day and time in which he was teaching in the temple, Jesus, was teaching in the temple, and at night he went out and abode in the mount that is called Mount Olives, right? He was camped out in the Mount Olives. And the people came early in the morning to see him, to him in the temple, for to hear him, right? So he's teaching, man.
Now that's the Sermon on the Mount, right?
Yeah,
is that where he talks about blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall?
It might be in the
next. Is that it, or maybe I got it mixed up?
I'm not sure. I don't remember, man. But I don't want to jump ahead. Because we go into Luke 22. Next we're gonna do Luke 22, y'all.
Yeah. Wow. Well, this was great, man. This was another. You know, again, sorry for the tardiness.
No, man. No,
you know, but you know, things happen, and
I understand.
You know, life happens outside of YouTube, but
yeah, brother.
But it's all good though, because I thought you brothers were really. I was listening, and you really, both of you, you know, expounded on it very well. You know, the part that I kind of missed, that I hate that I missed, was that you know, the widow with two mites.
Yeah,
you know, and how those that were rich, you know, they were kind of given out of their means, right? You know, they were given out of their, you know, their richness. Right. You know, in other words, you know, they didn't give until it hurt. You know, they gave out of their, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but the widow basically gave all she had.
But here's the
thing. So when you look at it, who's offering is you know, it more acceptable in God's eyes? Whose offering is more acceptable? And the person who gave out of their means, you know, oh, I got 10 Rolexes, so let me just give you one.
Right.
Or the person that says, hey, this is all that I have, but I'm going to give it to you.
Right.
Wow.
Now here's the
That's
thing.
A whole nother topic.
That's a whole nother thing. But see, people a lot of times get these kind of get those kind of things confused, right? So he never said that the people that gave were wrong. He just said that this lady was more sincere. So he was trying to get them to be more sincere with their offerings, be more sincere. He didn't say, oh, well, y'all wrong. Y'all take y'all stuff back out the pot. Yeah, he said, you know, this lady gave more because she gave from her heart. You guys gave from what do you call that? Obligation.
Out of your means. You gave
what it gave from obligation, right? It's like, oh well, I'm obligated to get this 10%, so let me give you this little 10%. Because that ain't gonna hurt me. I'm rolling in dough, right? That ain't gonna hurt me. But if you give, hey, from my heart, today I feel like I'm gonna give 30%. Okay, then I'm gonna get. See, that's what he's trying to get them to see. Hey, it's not about how much you giving. It's where is it coming from? Where's it coming from?
Mhm.
If you giving me $10 and you giving me $10 just to get away from you, then that's all that's all you doing. But if you giving me $10, but you give me $5, and you say that's my last $5. But
Yeah,
here,
see,
other
they were giving out of their riches. She was giving out of her need. You see what I'm saying? That's different when you say, "Hey, this is all I have."
she was giving from her
You know
heart.
what I'm
She was
saying?
giving from her. Yes, she was
Yeah, but
giving from
of course it was from her heart. Yeah.
but what I'm saying is
Mhm.
she didn't have nothing else to pull from. She gave all she had. So that was from her heart. She
Exactly.
didn't have to give all she had. She could have gave a little bit of what she had, but she gave all she had because of her faith. Her faith was like, hey,
Mhm.
if I give all that I have, the Lord is going to replenish me. Right?
And then see, that's when he says, of a truth I say unto you that this poor widow hath cast in more
Right.
than all of you rich people. Well, that boggles the intellectual mind. You see what I'm saying? Because,
Yeah.
well, hold on. How is it that she gave 2 mites, but then I gave you a lamb, a goat, and some property?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What makes her giving? You see what I'm saying? More
More
than
than me.
ours.
Right. Or more valuable. And when Jesus was trying to
Right.
tell her, it's the place that she was coming from, not so much the things she put on the table, but where she was coming from. She was coming from a whole nother place than you guys were. When you guys gave, it's just,
Exactly.
oh, this is obligatory. This is what we need to do to stay
Mhm.
on the good foot, right? And he didn't say,
Yeah.
well, that's bad. He just said, this is more valuable because it's coming from her heart. And if you came from your heart and gave from your heart instead of just saying, well, this is obligatory, right?
Well, can
You
you
know,
listen? Can you imagine the man's face when Jesus
they're
said,
like, what? What are you talking
hey, give up, listen, give up everything you have and follow me.
right?
Come on now, what? Do what?
Like, what? That's what they said. He put his head down and he
Hold on.
he put his
You
head down.
know,
Jesus turned around, Jesus to look back. Hey, where did that dude go? Where'd he go? Who you talking about? Master, who you talking about? The guy that was just standing here asking me about what should I do to inherit the kingdom. Where'd he go? Hey, I just told him to sell all his stuff and come walk with me. Where'd he go? Hey,
yeah.
dude did a Shaolin out of the door, right?
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, man, it depends on where you coming from. It depends on where you coming from. It's like this. Let me give you another analogy, right? It's like when you leave the house, you give your wife the obligatory kiss. Wow, I'll see you later. As opposed to you give her a kiss like, oh, I love you, baby. Ah! Come home, man. Not only you got dinner on the table, there's a flower with a vase, with with a little with a card, everything. You're like, what happened? There's a difference between you doing this in an obligatory way and a difference between you doing this from your heart. Yep, another one, right?
Wow.
All right,
Wow.
fine. Did
Yes,
we
sir.
finish up? Did we wrap it up?
I think we did. I think
Yeah, we did.
everyone did an excellent job, man. You know what I'm
Yeah, yeah.
saying? And if anything, if anyone had anything to add to it, hey, I would suggest either put it in the chat or hit the link. But
Yeah,
for now, this is what we know about chapter 21. So far,
now if
because
you
we can
had
go back over 21 next month and even pull out more nuggets. You see
exactly.
what I'm saying?
So
So
if you had
it's
to
a gift that keeps giving, right?
right, if you Vaughn, if you had to capsulize Luke 21, what would you say are the major points that are trying to be brought out in Luke 21?
Wow, definitely. You know, how we approach God when we are giving. It speaks about giving. Because we are supposed to give.
Yeah.
The scripture talks about giving. I believe there's a scripture that says, "Given it shall be given unto you, good measures, pressed down, shaken together, and running over, shall men give unto your bosoms." For with the same measure that ye meet withal, it shall be measured unto you again. You see what I'm saying? So it talks about giving and our attitude behind giving. Also, it also talks about taking heed to different signs, different warning signs that
Yeah.
Jesus warned us about. You see what I'm saying? Listen, by the time you get down, you go down to Crenshaw and you make a left on Slauson, there's a big ditch right there. See, and if you're not careful, if you don't swerve to the left, you will fall into that ditch. But by the time you keep going over to the next street, you see what I'm saying? You're going to see this and that happen. So he's kind of giving us a picture of what's going to come. You know what I'm saying? And for us to disregard that, then the result of that is definitely our calamity, death. You see what I'm saying? And it talks about prayer. It talks about watching and praying. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to the times. Don't get so caught up in partying and, you know what I'm saying? And having a good time, eat, drink, and be merry.
Yeah.
To where you are neglectful now. You're neglectful of what season it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, this passage, this chapter had a lot of good nuggets in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of good things in there.
Yeah. So and then when I looked at it, man, I basically said, okay, he was trying to get us to see that having your heart right is going to be one of the things you're going to need, because if your heart ain't in this thing right, man, so many things are going to happen. You can get twisted. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have your heart right. You got to have your faith, your obedience, and and you got to be doing this thing for the right reason, right?
That's it. And that's a good summary right there, because listen, when all of these things take place, and they are taking place now, if you really look around you, some of us are ignorant to some of these things Jesus spoke about that are taking place right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the point of it all is, what he's saying is, I need you to be in right standing with me.
Yeah.
When these things occur. Because see, when you do that, then not a hair on your head shall be harmed. Yeah. But I need you to be in right standings with me. What does being in right standings with me mean? Does that mean to be perfect? No, it doesn't. Yeah, but at the same time, you do have to have separated yourself somehow.
Come on,
you do have a need, or you should have come out from among them and become separate. In other words, sanctify yourself. What is sanctification? Being set aside, for a particular use.
Right.
For God to use you for a particular thing. Sanctify yourself. So yeah. So a very, very, very great chapter in Luke, man. I discovered some things today that I hadn't pondered on in a while.
Me too.
And that's why we need to go back and constantly go over his word and constantly be fed by the word. You see what I'm saying? Because it brings about growth.
Right.
And it increases your faith.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. All right, brother. You have any final thoughts, man? Because we're gonna shut down so we can get on over there to John, man. Yeah, you have
no. But no really final thoughts. I mean, I think we pretty we gave a good summary of
absolutely
the chapter. You did a
great job.
Like I said, I came in late, but you guys did a very great job. Only thing was missing was Bolo TV.
Yeah.
Did I say that loud enough?
Yeah, Bolo TV, man. Go on over to Bolo TV if you haven't already subscribed.
Yeah. Love the way that brother expounds the word, man. It's just awesome. You know, a well of knowledge, a well of information.
Yes.
You know. So yeah, brother Clarence, be blessed today. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will go over there to brother John's channel. And you said that's in about another hour or so. So yeah, I'll go over there and check it out and see what's going on. But thanks again for having me up.
Man, thank you for coming up, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking for you and Sister Annie at both times, but Sister Annie,
that's who we missed today. That's who we missed. Was Anae. What happened to Anae? What happened to you? You're in the chat. Tell me what happened to you. We're not leaving the stream until you type in what had happened.
You're not gonna put her whole business out there, man. She couldn't make it, man.
No, I need some kind of reference as to why. Yeah, come on. It only takes a few. It only takes a few little text types. Come on, put it in the chat. Put it in the chat,
man. Juan is like a detective, man. Juan gonna check out what's going on. What's going on?
But I'm sure she had a good reason. But she was definitely missed. So
definitely missed, man. You know, and I one of the reasons why I'm doing these scriptures, man, is because of her, man. Her encouragement, Clarence, man. You know, I like the fact that we do this. You know, I love it if we did it more. I said, okay, we got it. We got to do it just for you, because I think it helps some people, man. I think some people look at it and say, you know, hey, I may not agree with Clarence, may not agree with Vaughn, I may not agree with any, but I see it that way. Shout out to Risa, by the way. Glad to have our resident sniper in the house. No, but I'm you know, they say, well, I don't see it, but it gets the conversation started, right? And then some of these people, man, they don't believe in nothing, but at least they can start. May start a spiritual journey on their own, and then they can figure out, you know, how best to, you know, follow their, you know, develop an understanding of God and you know, a relationship with Him as best as they can, you know. And when we make it, you know, we just make it clear. The readings, we make it clear. We make it fun too, right? We make it fun, man. We have a good time.
I would think so. Yeah, you know,
we have fun.
We add light, you know.
Yeah, we have fun,
you
man.
Know, we put our little twist on there, you know.
Hey, I'm gonna give you a heads up on 22, Luke 22. Get ready, read up on Luke 22. We just gonna move ahead. We just gonna move from here. We're gonna just go all the way to Revelations, man. We just gonna go straight ahead.
Well, so that's gonna be nice. Yeah, man. I'm all for that. Well, you know, yeah, exactly. Because I got a lot of questions too, you know. So
I don't know, man. You know what I'm starting to think, y'all? I'm starting to think Vaughn is using me for my scriptures, right? He don't really got no Bible at home, right? He just using me for my scriptures, right? Yeah, Clarence. You're right, Clarence. See, I don't know, man.
Well, I would say this, and I would suggest this to anybody: don't take nobody's word for it. You better get a book and get up in there and read it. And listen, don't just read the King James version, but get you some different translations and get you some commentaries. Those are very, you know, there's a lot of Bible study aids out there, you know, that help you understand and open up the scripture. It even goes into, you know, the Greek and the Hebrew. You know, the Strong's Concordance is very good, you know, in regards to that. And they have other you know, Bible study aids that are very helpful. Right. And I would suggest to anybody, you know, the Bible says, study to show yourself approved, right? A workman not to be ashamed, but, you know, being able to rightfully divide the word of truth. See what I'm saying? When you study, you can rightfully divide it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that's it, Brother Clarence. I'm gonna let you do your closing. And yeah, I'll catch up with you later in these streets.
Okay, brother. I'll hit you later, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, peace.
Peace. All right, man. That's Brother Vaughn. I'm gonna put you down, man. Okay, man. I'm telling you, man. If you're trying to raise some money, man, nobody better than Brother Vaughn. Any two, but Vaughn will push you right out the door. You'd be like, "Wait a minute, I thought we were just going." Nah, Vaughn be like, "Nah, this is what we're gonna do, Clarence. This is what we do. What you mean? You say you want to raise the money? Okay, then this is what we got to do." You know what I'm saying? So Vaughn is definitely that dude, man. He's definitely that dude. Plus, man, I'm telling y'all, man, if they had an award for behind the scenes, most valuable behind the scenes person, it would be Von Bryant. It would definitely be Von Bryant. Von does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, man. A lot of stuff behind the scenes. So, and sometimes I'm there, sometimes I'm not. But the times I'm there, I a lot of times just let Von do his work, right? And sometimes he's able to pull it off. Sometimes he's not able to put it off. But it's not because he didn't put a lot of effort into it, man. Shout out to Von Bryant, man. All right, y'all. So what did y'all think about this today, man? We did Luke 21. See, and what I try not to do, man, I try not to have it like a real preachy thing, man. We just reading the book, man. We just having a good time reading the book, right? And seeing what we could take out of it. Thank God. I mean, we thank God that He opened it up for us. I'm gonna start opening it up in prayer, but we thank God that He opened it up for us, man. And give us what He can get out of us. And I bet you, if we, like Vaughn said, if we read it again next week, we probably would find a whole bunch of other stuff in there that we didn't have time to look at today, right? But anyway, I want y'all to be able to have a place, man, where you can ask questions. You have to worry about whether somebody gonna condemn you or laugh at you or say, man, you should be reading the book. You don't know. That's crazy. You don't know that, right? People that nobody's gonna attack you and nothing. You can come up here, you can push a question through or whatever, man, right? But I think we did a pretty good job, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some nuggets out. We even got John from the Dominican Route, right? By the way, Dominican Route's having a live stream at it's gonna be 3 my time, 3 Pacific time, 3:30 Pacific time. So you gotta just adjust that for your time zone. But yeah, man, go over there and check him out. I'll be over there. Vaughn will be there. But yeah, man, we will have Brother John up here, and Brother John is like, hey, but he fit right in with us, right? Because man, ain't nobody over here know-it-alls here, right? You know what I'm saying? So we just trying to figure it out, right? Trying to extract what we can from it, right? Anyway, y'all, I think we did a good job today. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming over and paying attention. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Don't forget about the Black History Minute I did for you, where we talked about brother. I forgot the brother's name, man. The brother that owns Fuddruckers, the hamburger chain. That's a black brother that owns the Fuddruckers Fuddruckers hamburger chain. It's a black brother that owns that, man. Brother graduated from Morehouse. Good brother, man. Good brother, man. Doing good things out there with Fuddruckers, man. I think he said he got 99 stores. Man. So I mean, he's the only African American owner of a large fast food chain. So shout out to that brother. All right, y'all. That's it. I think we're gonna just do the rundown. We're gonna get on out of here, man. But remember your faith. Remember your faith, right? Don't trip. Saying you're gonna see, like you said, all these calamities, all these commotions, all over the YouTube. All over YouTube, you're gonna see all these commotions and calamities, right? Right now, they running down. They all over this white girl, right? They're all over her, right? I don't understand it. Here we got Charleston White threatening kids and everything, and nobody saying nothing about that. But they all over this white girl, right? Everybody's making a big fuss about that. Okay, whatever. So you're gonna see all this confrontations and everything, but you're not gonna see that stuff here. We're not doing that stuff, man. We're gonna keep moving forward, keep trying to help our people, man. Keep trying to put some good vibes out there for you guys, man, so you guys can have good vibes. You can go out there and go out into the YouTube space and you know what I'm saying? You can see that craziness that's going on out there, but you can come back to our live streams and see we have a good time, man. We just having fun, you know what I'm saying, reading scriptures or whatever we doing, man. We just trying to have a good time. So that's what we're gonna do. And we're trying to help our people. And remember again, y'all, we gave away the backpacks last time. We're gonna give away some more backpacks this year. Hopefully we can give away 100 backpacks. Shout out to Brother Daryl Long, man. Young man. Stay safe out there, man. Stay safe out there. I know the streets are harsh on you, man, because you are out there, man. You spreading the news, man. So be safe, man. We just read Luke 21, and he said, man, people gonna be jumping on you, man. So young man, you stay safe and do the right thing, man. And you know, all the success that's coming to you is gonna be warranted to you, brother. So appreciate you, man. Checking in with the old man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, y'all. So anyway, so this is what we're gonna do, man. We're gonna do the rundown, man. Okay. Gonna run down everybody, okay? So let's do the rundown for the chat. The chat is where it's at, man. The computer. Oh yeah, we're gonna buy it. Well, I gotta buy the computer, Vaughn. So we're gonna buy the computer, and then I'm gonna order the computer, and then we're gonna give it away. So we ain't done with last year's giveaway. We ain't done yet. We got to get that computer away in Sister Sophia's name. So we are going to do that. We are going to do that. If I gotta crawl in here to make that happen, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna get that computer away, and then we're gonna do it. Like I said, it's gonna be right around the time for us to do another fundraiser, right? So y'all get ready, man, because we're gonna do another one this year. Try to get some backpacks and it could give another computer away, man. Hopefully we can do 100 backpacks this time, man. You know, so but anyway, yeah. So what was I gonna say? Yeah. So we're gonna take care of all that. But anyway, the chat is where it's at. Shout out to the chat. Chat, no bots, no craziness, no knuckleheads, none of that garbage that happens out there in the real YouTube streets. So appreciate you. We got our resident sniper, Risa Neal. She don't play, man. We got, and you got to have an enforcer in the chat, man. You got to have somebody that the people really respect, so that they not gonna. And sometimes your enforcer gonna have to drop the hammer on them sometimes, right? As Risa Neal has done on many occasions, right? Sometimes you gotta have somebody that's in there that's gonna drop the hammer on them. I never explain. I say, oh, okay, you want to come back? Just come on. I'll if you want to come back, I'll bring you back. You know what I mean? So, but so you gotta have somebody in your chat that the people respect, and the trolls respect, and the trolls know that's not the place to go to troll. You know what I'm saying? And they stay out of here. But Clarence, you only got 5 people in your chat. See, but that's okay. We got those 5 people, man. We are going the little bit of people we got here. We're gonna touch so many more people's lives, right? We gave away almost 50 backpacks last year. We gave away almost 50 backpacks, right? We did it, right? And so we gave away the school supplies, calculators, and we're gonna give away a computer, right? We made it happen, right? While everybody else is talking, so let them talk. We out here, we got work to do. We got work to do. So shout out to you. And I'm telling y'all, like Jesus tell the disciples, hey man, we got work to do. We ain't got time to worry about what we got work to do. I want us to be the gold standard of what having a site that actually gets stuff done and helps, actually reaches out and touches the community that looks like, right? You know what I'm saying? Brother Clarence ain't pretty. I was pretty at one time. I was good looking as Daryl Long at one time in my life, but now I'm not. Now I'm not so much, right? So I am not going to attract people with good looks like I used to. I'm going to attract people with what we do. We're going to attract people with what we do, right? With our behavior, with the way we come in and touch the lives of the people, right? Juan said, where there are 2 or 3 gathered in my name, I will be in the midst of them. Yeah, right. We make it happen, y'all. We make it happen. People said we couldn't do it. We did it, right? We did it. So the rest of them, let them keep on talking, right? The keyboard gangsters, let them keep attacking each other, right? We're gonna just be we just be here, boots on the ground, getting stuff done, right? All right, y'all. But the chat's where it's at, man. Chat was very nice today, very good. No ugliness down there. Appreciate y'all, man. Usually not. When we reading scriptures, we usually don't have a big crowd here, man, because nobody wants to read scriptures. Everybody think they got it already, right? Jesus said, they came to Jesus and said, hey, what you doing? You sitting, you eating with publicans and sinners? They said, we got you a table over here with the doctors and the lawyers. Jesus said, this here is my brethren right here, right? He said, I came not for the righteous, but the unrighteous. Them people think they already got it. They think they righteous because they rich. They think they righteous. They think they got it all already. No, They ain't gonna listen to me. These people know they ain't got it. They gonna listen. They got a better chance. I got a better chance of letting these people hear what I got to say than those people over there. What would they want to listen to me for? Right? So I came not for the righteous. What the righteous don't need me? It's the unrighteous that need me, right? Right? We're not here for the people that's on YouTube that got computers and got everything. Everything's all set up. Their life is going good. They don't need us. We're here for the people that, man, their lives are falling apart, right? Their lives are falling apart, and they just need to hear somebody say it's going to be okay and back it up with some words of wisdom, right? That's what we're here to do, y'all. That's what we're here to do. And if you're with that plan, stick with us. Stick with us. If you're not with that plan, I understand. You know what I'm saying? There's many other places you can go, and I understand. But here, man, we try to make a difference in not only our people's lives, but our own lives ourselves. We want to be practice what we preaching out here, man. We want to practice what we preaching. If we telling people, man, hey, look, man, have faith in yourself. We want to be having faith in ourselves too, right? I know about faith, man. I'm telling you, I was almost dead a couple of times. And it was my faith in God that said, God, I don't think you want me to go right now. So can you please help me? Here I am. 4 years later, 3 years later, 5 years later, here I am. I should have been dead. 3 car accidents, man. Just not to mention all the times in the hospital, just being sick. I am the embodiment of God's mercy. I am the embodiment of his mercy. If you ever want to roll, man, I wonder if God is really merciful. He is. you looking at and the walking, talking vision of his mercy. I am the embodiment of his mercy, man. I have, and I've noticed people had with even more worse stories than mine, but talk about somebody that should have been rolled up and should have been buried a long time ago. But why I'm not buried? Why I'm not buried? Because I know I got a job to do. There's young men out here, man. There's young men out here in this world. And they think having sex with a whole bunch of women means something. I got to get out there and tell them, just slow your roll. All you doing is increasing your chances of getting some type of STD or worse, right? Or involving yourself or impregnating a woman of low caliber. Or well, I won't say low caliber. A woman that is not yet has not yet been introduced to her fullness of God's plan for her as a woman, right? And when you're with a woman like that, they're very difficult to deal with. A woman that understands God's plan for her and is willing to operate in accordance with that, much easier to handle. Excuse me, not handle, because you don't handle women. Excuse me, much easier to deal with, relate with. But let me get back to the chat. The chat's where it's at. Very strong performance in the chat. Very strong performance. Very solid performance. What about Brother John? Let's go. Let's do the panel. What about Brother John from the Dominican route? Very solid, man. Very solid dude, right? I felt so good, man, that he felt comfortable being able to come up here, not being like, super versed on the Bible, but he felt comfortable being up here, right? That's what it's all about, y'all. That's what it's all about. Helping people, man. Making things so comfortable enough where people could come up here and ask questions. Maybe we don't got all the answers for you, but you can at least ask the question, and if we do have the answer, we get it for you, right? Shout out to Brother John, man. Very solid performance from Brother John. Very strong performance, man. That is a good dude, man. That is a really good dude, man. So shout out to him. And he's out there in the Dominican, man, helping kids learn English, play baseball, giving them a shot to, if they get good enough in baseball, they might be able to pay for their schooling, pay for their college, pay for their and become a pro, change the whole family's lives, right? See, y'all don't, man. I'm telling you, man. When you helping these young men, man, you don't realize, right? Sometimes my sons will tell me stuff. I remember when you did this. I'll be like, what? I didn't do that. Yeah, you did do that. That's why I don't do this, right? My son told me, my oldest boy, like 28 years old, right? He said, man, I remember, man, we used to beg you to go spend the night over people's houses. And you always said no. I said, yeah. He said, but now that I got a daughter, I realized what you was doing, and I feel the same way. He said, but at the time, I hated that. I thought you was so mean. I said, yeah, I know. I said, but yeah, he said, but I got a homeboy that told me about the time he was spending the night over his friend's house, and his friend, not only his friend, but his friend's brother had molested him. Right? He never said nothing, but it messed him up. He went to jail, and he had his life took a whole nother trajectory behind that incident. Sometimes you're gonna be sometimes when you do the right thing, you're gonna be very misunderstood. Because in a wicked world, in a wicked and sinful and evil world, when you do the right thing, people gonna look at you like you crazy. Why you doing that? That person ain't nothing. Why should you even attempt to help them? They're nobody. They're nothing. If they don't know it on their own, they're nothing. That's what this world's going to tell you. But you got to keep your peace. Like Jesus told the disciples, hey, keep your peace. They're going to say this and that about you. Keep your peace. Right? Keep your peace. I did, Vaughn. I saw that video. I saw that. Yeah, that was terrible, man. That was terrible. But sometimes, man, you can push people too far, man, and they can, respond. Vaughn sent me a video of a white lady getting beat down because she spit on his sister, man. The sister beat the brakes off of her, right? Right. And so it's like, sometimes we can go too far. Sometimes you can go too far doing something to people, right? Sometimes we can go too far. That's why we gotta be patient. We gotta be patient. Don't be so quick to respond to things that some people say or do, right? Don't be so quick. Just be patient. Be patient. But yeah, shout out to brother John. Very strong, very solid performance. We're gonna go over to the Dominican route after this and go check him out. Trying to let you guys out of here so you can go get something to eat, drink, or whatever. All right, let's see. What about Von Bryant? Von Bryant, how did Von do today? Shout out to Von, man. Von made me get. He said, "Man, you don't do the stuff you used to do on the Sunday show." I said, "All right, I will do the Black History Minute." Right. So that's what we did, man, with brother Nicholas Perkins. That's his name, Nicholas Perkins, the brother that owns the Fuddrucker. The black brother owns the Fuddrucker chain. He owns that chain. Shout out to brother Nicholas Perkins, man. But yeah, man, that brother. We did the Black History Minute with him. We got to get back into the jobs. Got to get back into Black Boys, and then we got to get back into the hit parade, man. Because there's a lot of weirdos out here, man. You guys got to keep your eyes open. But shout out to Von Bryant, man. Von got me up on all that and stuff. And Von would try to keep me, you know, when I go way outside the box, Vaughn will say, man, bro, Clarence, this is what isn't this what we was trying to do? Right, Vaughn will try to bring me back, right? And sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. I should listen more often, but sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. But one thing I will listen to Vaughn, I'm not going out on any more panels. I just don't consider them on the same level as what we're doing, man. And I don't really want to fight with anyone. I don't want to do anything. If I could help them, maybe they can come here and I can help them here. But me going to their panels, I just don't see anybody working at the level we working at trying to help the community. I just don't see that. Why go over there and fight with them? You know. Yeah. So I'm a storm, y'all. At least me. Now Vaughn, Patrice, I don't know. I don't know about all of them, but me, I'm staying home, man. Ain't nobody else out there that really can entice me to go on the panel. I mean, I get invited by Black Man sometimes. You know, shout out to Black Man Unfiltered. But I get invited by him sometimes. But I don't want to be on no 10-person panel no more. I don't want to be on that. I don't want to do that no more. It's too difficult to have the kind of conversation that you need to have to actually get something done. It's too many people with differing opinions for a person to for anyone to persuade anyone either way or the other, or just to give a full version of what they're saying. It's just too much, right? Vaughn said, I only go where God sends me. Okay, Vaughn. See, that's Vaughn telling you right now he gonna run off the porch, right? That's Vaughn telling you, I'm going off the porch. I said, okay, Vaughn. Oh man, but shout out to Vaughn, man, very valuable helper in this and what we're trying to do here is trying to help the people, man, help people move ahead and put people in a good place. You know what I'm saying? And Vaughn don't always agree with me, right? We don't always agree with each other, right? Sometimes we got a little friction going on, but I think we love each other so much that we don't let that stand in the way of our disagreements at any time. At any time, we usually don't disagree, but if we do, it's always very respectful. It's always very respectful, and he will always come. Vaughn's the type of dude that'll always come back and say, "Hey, man, if I rubbed you the wrong way, forgive me, man. You know, I just was, you know, very passionate about this situation or that situation." And I had to tell Vaughn, don't worry, I know I'm gonna rub you the wrong way, so I may not apologize. I may not say that. I may have forgotten about it by the end of the show. So yeah, you know. But Devon's is that type of guy. He got the kind of character, so he's gonna do that, man. I need to work on that, so get that together. But shout out to Vaughn. Yeah, man, very strong performance from Vaughn, as always. Stepped in a little later because he had some stuff to do. But shout out to him, man. Very strong performance, very solid, as always. And of course, everybody else did a great job. Everybody in the chat did a great job. We appreciate all of y'all that hung out for the remainder of the show. So we will be back on Tuesday. Probably back on Tuesday. Not Tuesday, maybe Thursday. But we'll see what happens on Tuesday. We'll see what happens on Tuesday. We might wait till Thursday, right? Because me, Vaughn, and Patrice got some things we got to wait until Wednesday to check out, and so we might wait until Thursday to see what happens. That probably was what's going to happen. So, but we'll see. Anyway, y'all will get an alert if you clicked on the bell, you get an alert when we're about to go up, right? Vaughn said, don't forget Risa wanted to have a meeting of the mods. Okay. Well, Risa, do you want to have that today? You want to do that today, Risa? Are you still here? I guess we'll do that. We might do that. Vaughn, we might do that on Tuesday. We can do that on Tuesday. Right? So if you have a wrench and you want to come to a meeting, come to the meeting. And yes, we can. How about this? Let's give everybody notice, right? So what we're gonna do is give everybody notice, and then we'll do it on Tuesday. Can we do that, Risa? We'll do it on Tuesday. because I don't want to just spring it up on everybody. And people are out with their families and stuff, and Annie's out and she can't, and so I definitely want her there. So let's give everybody, let's say Tuesday. We'll have a meeting Tuesday sometime, a meeting of the mods, and we'll talk. Yeah, okay, thanks, Teresa. So we'll do it Tuesday. That way we give everybody enough time to know about it. And anybody has a wrench, and I'll put it on the community page. And then that way we can get as many people who have a wrench as possible in there. And then we can go through whatever you guys want to go through. Sound good? All right, y'all. All right, y'all. So we're done for the day. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Rest of your Sunday. If you get a chance, go over to the Dominican route, check him out, man, and just give him, if you can't stay, just give a like, and you know what I mean, pass by. But check out, the brother's got a real good channel. I wouldn't, you know me, I wouldn't send you to nobody's channel and say it's a good channel unless I had checked it out for myself. But it's a good channel. It's a brother's got a real good channel. All right, y'all. So and it's blowing up. It is blowing up, by the way. Okay, so I will see y'all on probably Tuesday and definitely Thursday. All right, y'all. Peace.